Looking for a great buy on new zero-turn mower? Look no more. We got it at Hojo Power Sports and Equipment in Shelby. Right now, you can buy a brand new Aaron's zero-turn 42-inch mower for only $27.99. That's right, only $27.99 for a new Aaron's 42-inch zero-turn mower. Plus, see the line of Ferris, Snapper, Snapper Pro, Hustler, Walker, Ryan, Red Max, Husqvarna, Simplicity, Shindawa, Z-Spray, and more. Hojo Power Sports and Equipment, 110 Grigg Street off South Lafayette Street in Shelby. Online at hojopower.net. Like them on Facebook, too.
The game plays right here.
Are you ready for some football? Yeah!
Your sports leader, WOHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL Cherryville Gastonia.
Hello, this is Milton Baker inviting you to listen to NASCAR Racing right here on WCSL 1590 AM, 92.3 FM, and KTCBroadcasting.com.
Don't see too many like me, cause I am one of the reasons you do what you do when you wanna be me instead of you, cause I am still on beat, showing love to the streets, come on, you know me, cause that's who I am.
Morning and welcome to another Saturday morning sports talk with Kevin Hastings, Hunter Yancey, Tom Stefani, and Terry Reinhardt. And I can see my camera is back so the people can see my disfigured, horrifying face on this very early Saturday morning.
That's not how you pick up girls, JP.
Yeah, I know.
That is not the first
line
you use.
That's not what they want to see or hear, but still.
Well, I mean, there are blind girls out there, JP.
Well,
Have you not met
true.
Hunter's girlfriend? I mean, look at him. Good morning, Hunter. How's your biscuit? I thought she was blind, right?
It's good.
She's blind,
She's not
right?
blind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, yeah, I don't see that from Hunter. He wouldn't date no blind girl. I'm sorry.
Blind.
I said blind.
Right, blind. So, why wouldn't he? Maybe he feels the same way about himself as you do, JP. But good morning, everybody. I think you're both pretty and cute and handsome young men and aspiring to be rock stars. And
well, that's definitely not me.
What? You're Morph Man. What do you mean you don't want to be a rock star?
Morph Man, I got a cup with every single name I've ever created for myself on here in the cup.
Yeah. See?
He
don't
Morph
want to be a
Man
rock
is one
star.
of them.
He's got more nicknames, Hunter.
A cup.
25. Yeah?
JP's got more nicknames than Shaq, and he's in there with talking about he don't want to be a rock star. Never seen anything like it. Well, everybody else is stuffing their faces with breakfast this morning.
And I want to remind our listeners, Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge, bringing you Saturday morning sports talk. They're at 190 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina. Call them at 828-919-3001. Friendship Nissan, 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-245-1661. We got excited. We heard Terry talking on the phone. We thought he was finally going to trade in that pickup truck. Terry, trade in that truck. Try to upgrade yourself for a change.
Good morning, Tom. Glad you're here.
Well, if that truck sort of is anything like my car, the tires are worth more than the.
That's what it
his
is.
free tires are worth more than the trade-in
Time
on the
for an
truck.
upgrade, Terry. Upgrade yourself.
He don't have to upgrade. He needs to come off some of that cash in his back pocket. You see how thick that wallet was?
He's here at West Lincoln tossing people out of the game. He thinks he's big time.
Oh, yeah.
You need a big time ride, Terry.
I
You
was
need a big
told
time ride.
that Terry has to put more air in his right side tires than his left because his wallet's so big on his right side of his pocket.
That would make sense.
So,
that would make sense.
what I was
Balance
told.
it out. Make sure they don't get, you don't want that uneven tread wear, but that wouldn't matter because he's got free tires for life.
Right. Now, Terry, you look good today in that Richard Petty hat.
Okay.
Oh, no. Was it who's it now? Eric Jones hat?
It is now.
You're an Eric Jones fan.
Eric Jones, I don't mind Eric Jones.
I did see.
I can deal with Eric
I
Jones.
will give a quick shout out. If there's any local Kyle Petty fans, that I found at the local store up here in Cherville, they've got a signed Kyle Petty card. If anybody collects those type of things, Terry, don't rush up there now. But there is a signed Kyle Petty card up here in Cherville at the little store up here, the little toy store. But anyway, it is time to talk a little bit about sports and more. We got all kinds of things to talk about. I've got a preview kind of put together. I don't know where the sheet of paper is. Oh, we fell on the sheet of football schedules are out. So we've got a semi preview of the fall's broadcast schedule. We'll highlight a couple games there. We've got PGA Championship. Phil Mickelson in the lead. We'll get that on
Tied for the lead.
We're tied for the lead with Louis. I said in the lead. I mean tied, whatever. Oosthuizen. Say his name, Tom. Who's he tied with? If you want to tell me who he's tied with, tell me who he's tied with, Tom.
I know. I know he doesn't have the lead by himself.
See if you can pronounce it.
But I think it's a good story. I mean, they
tees off at 240.
They took a lot of time talking about he might be the oldest man to win a major. Is he 50, 51? How old is Phil Mickelson?
I'm not 100% sure of Phil's age. We can always
he might be in his early 50s. But it's a good story. It gives golf something to talk about. And a lot of the big boys went down. And DJ didn't make the cut. A few others.
He's 50.
Yeah, he's 50.
And if it was Tiger in first right now, ESPN would be losing their minds.
Oh, my God.
And everybody. But here's Phil Mickelson at age 50 leading the PGA Championship on the Ocean Course, Kiowa Island in Charleston.
Yeah, down there in South Carolina. Close to home.
The wind is a little
so they were talking about yesterday.
With him. Yeah.
It's a little ripply. We're going to get into that here in a little bit. We've got, like I said, baseball, high school baseball, just touch on. We're in the middle of that season. We're going to talk about next week's schedule really more than anything. We've got high school, like I said, football to get over. We've got PGA golf, NASCAR at COTA today, this weekend. Terry, you excited about that?
Well, I guess.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
Yeah.
I knew what your answer was going to be. It's a new course, Terry.
Yeah, whatever.
You want to see new things, right?
Yeah.
Never been there before,
Whatever.
NASCAR.
Chase Elliott to get a victory and
he might. He's got to get in the playoffs.
There. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, we got about four more of them after this one for him to try.
All right. Major League Baseball. Braves with a historic night last night, Hunter.
God. We cannot score runs. You don't score 20.
Propel them now?
No. Listen,
last year
it's all fine and
nothing
dandy
this
that
year.
you beat up on the lowly Pirates, okay? But you had your best pitcher that's available last night on the mound, so nah, I don't think it propels them. But they did set the season high for runs last night, so
yeah. LeBron violated protocol by attending an event. We'll see if he gets suspended by the NBA from the playoffs. I doubt it.
I doubt that.
So that's the way that goes. So NBA playoffs start today, this afternoon actually, and we're going to break down some of that. Or the Hornets did or didn't make it. What to rule this? I guess that's the big controversy this week. Everybody's arguing about is this are these playoff games? Are they regular season games? Or are they nothing? I would say do whatever. Major League Baseball is the league that's done this before, kind of. So I would do whatever. What have they done? How do they rule it? Do y'all know?
Well, I don't know, but I think, and we'll get to that in a little bit too. I've got my own opinions
on the play.
Oh, Terry,
yes.
Well,
your
Terry,
own opinions.
That's what you're here for.
You have opinions. Say it ain't
that's
so.
it. That's what I'm saying.
Say it ain't so.
People want to hear.
Well, the first thing we do want to hear your opinion on is how come Draymond Green didn't lead
I do not
the
even want to
Golden
hear
State
that.
Warriors.
I get all these dumb
victory
things
last
coming
night,
from
Tom.
people.
And they lost
Have you ever,
two
Kevin?
playing
Have
games.
you ever played basketball?
Yes, Terry.
you have. Okay,
And I'll pick the guy who scores more than the other guy.
that does not mean a thing because Steph Curry, if he scored a bunch last night, he also gave up a bunch. So here's where I go with that. He couldn't stop Morant if he had to. Morant took him to the hole multiple times.
So Curry outscored Morant by 4.
Draymond actually had a triple-double last night, Kevin.
Ooh.
In the loss.
In the loss.
Yeah.
By 5.
So,
Because he only had
Draymond
11.
doing everything while Curry's all he's doing is shooting.
Have you ever heard such nonsense?
Curry had 39.
He had 39. Well, the guy he's guarding had 35. So there you go.
Well, yeah, he outscored him. When you go to the basketball
I don't
court,
even want to hear that.
Right, when you go to the basketball court, me and the boys, you said you ever play basketball. Well, if I outscore my guy, and you outscore your guy, and you outscore your guy, we'll win. So I'm worried about the guy I'm guarding, not your guy. And when,
How many assists Curry have? 1?
4. I think 4.
Did he have 4? Oh, wow. At least he got in something.
He had
there.
5. And who do you want him to pass it to?
How many rebounds did he have? None?
He had 4.
4. That's right. 4
okay.
rebounds.
Wow. Good job, buddy. If you add what he did and add what Draymond did, it all equals out.
Why are we talking about Draymond?
Oh, my God. Terry.
Because you got to do everything. Draymond is the guy. That's when I sent you that one text one time. I said, you got to be talking.
It's complete nonsense.
Draymond is talking to every one of his players about what's happening.
But Draymond did have the triple single in the Lakers game. 9, 8, and 2 points, Terry. 2.
Right.
I think the best thing
he played
happened
41 minutes.
when we get there.
And he had 2 points.
I think the best
But he's
thing
also
happened.
having to stop LeBron and Anthony Davis
But
underneath.
he didn't stop him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think nobody can.
For the sake of this show, the best thing happened. Golden State got beaten. They're not in the playoffs, so we don't have to listen to
You're
this
right.
That's
anymore.
nice.
You're
That's
right.
nice.
Curry's out too. You're
right.
so-called MVP will not get MVP because he's out.
Terry, this year.
That's probably correct because he didn't make the playoffs, but I still would have voted for him.
This
I
year.
like him. I ain't got nothing wrong with him, but he's not the MVP.
Right. It probably, maybe not. Who is your MVP, Terry?
The 3 finalists.
We'll break that down in a minute. Well, I know, but I want to hear Terry's.
I've always said Embiid.
Embiid's a pretty strong candidate for he's
this year.
healthy this year.
What do you do? Play
missed
40
And
games this
Jokic is,
year?
he's there too. He's played all year. Embiid's played pretty much all year. So
Those are the 3 finalists:
Yeah.
Curry, Embiid, and Jokic.
Yeah, right. So, real quick, before we get a break, and we'll come back in just a minute, I want to go over highlights here, guys. You hand that over to Terry. Y'all can kind of share. Me and Hunter will look at these. Real quick, of a couple games coming up this fall. Last night we had baseball on KTC. Next week we'll have some more. Now, next week's games, guys, are Thursday night baseball. So Thursday night baseball graduations are next week for our high school. So next week's games will be Thursday night baseball on KTC broadcast and WLON, WCSL. Excuse me, and WOHS. Terry, I was just looking, Tom. We talk about MVPs. Last year, without Steph Curry, Golden State won 15 games. This year, with Steph Curry, they won 39 games.
okay.
Name me one other player that improved his team by himself 24 games.
Probably Chris Paul.
They might have.
Yeah,
Let's see.
What he did
I
with
would
the
probably-
Suns.
No. He wasn't, Hunter. They won 34 last year. Let's see. And 51 this year, 17.
That was close.
So Curry, 24 win difference. Draymond by him. Curry won more games this year than Draymond won by himself last year.
What
15.
are you talking about?
Draymond led the Warriors last year to 15 wins. Terry, true or false?
Draymond didn't play all last year. He played some. He never played every game last year.
So he actually led them to less than 15 wins.
Oh, oh, Lordy. We need to discuss basketball
Right.
on another level.
I don't know where you're at with
when
that.
I
All right.
can write it on a board and to get you to understand.
I would really wish you would write that on the board and show me how 11 is better than 39. So, all right, this fall, looking at some big key games on KTC broadcast, and we'll have the Ironman. Now, remember, with the switch up of the conferences, we got a couple of different weird news and notes and some of this, of course. Burns will bounce around a couple of times. I think, Tom, we're going to have you guys on WCSL at Cherryville for that game, and then at Bessemer for that game during Cherryville's bye week on October 1st. So Burns will be on WCSL 2 weeks. Then we'll have also another weird one in Lincoln County, the 10th. And Terry, this is something maybe you want to put in a note for next year for y'all to think about, because this doesn't make sense. I don't know why y'all do it, but the whole county shouldn't take the whole week off. If 2 of you take the week off 1 week and 2 the next week, then your gates will guess what? Increase.
Oh, it should.
God forbid me tell you how to make more money.
They've done that.
All 4 county teams off the same week?
Right. So we have no Lincoln County broadcast that week because they're not smart enough to put, hey guys, if only 2 of us go, then maybe we'll make more money, sell more hot dogs next Friday night. Whatever. So anyway,
they've done that a few times.
Right, and it's not smart at all. Cherokee at East Gaston will have on the 10th right now, or the Cherryville may get on that right now, but that's the only one close enough. In fact, when I look at the schedule, y'all, I would say 80% of the teams aren't playing that week. We might even have a pregame, postgame show that week. It's only going to be like 4 games.
What week is that, Kevin?
The 10th.
The 10th.
Of September?
Right.
Yeah.
There's only like 4 or 5 games that week on the whole schedule of the three counties. Right.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of people there.
Well, Tom, this is only the 3 broadcasts. I'm talking about of the 18 teams in Gaston, Lincoln County, only like 6 of them are playing that week.
I see.
So it's
well,
not
it gets
even.
it all over, Tom. It's all over at one time. So you have one bad week, and then everybody playing again.
No, God. So
we could all take a week. We could take a sojourn and all play golf, a KTC golf outing at Myrtle Beach.
So we'll have.
Let's do it.
There it is.
Let's do it.
We did, but we did a few years ago when the state sent Cherryville and Bessemer City down to
I remember that.
Back-to-back
Whiteville.
weeks.
Yeah.
In a Western Conference playoffs, Hunter. We were 40 minutes from our beach house.
Jeez.
In the Western Conference playoffs. Again, there you go. So anyway, we're gonna have some fun this fall. Haven't put together the Waggy stuff yet. Waiting on 100% reason because they haven't put their schedules out, so I can't do nothing about that.
East Rutherford hadn't?
No, the whole county hadn't put their schedules out as far as I can find.
I hope East Rutherford has a team. They were down to like 11 players.
Well, again, I'm looking at the schedule. Shelby's going to Highland Tech. I mean, Burns might be going to Highland Tech too, but Shelby's going to Highland Tech this year. And I think, honestly, we should put together a GoFundMe account and pay for the gas for Q Tucker and the folks down at the High School Athletic Association. In fact, we will drive down there, pick them up in the pink Cadillac, and drive Q and then back here to watch that game in person. They need to be sitting there and watching Shelby play Highland Tech at Highland Tech.
What you just did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Q Tucker's got plenty of gas money.
Right, they've got enough endowment money to pay for gas.
Saying.
Well, but we'll come pick you up. We'll pick you up in a pink Cadillac limo or whatever it is, family, whatever you want to call it. 3
extra
rows
large
of cars,
Marge.
Extra large Marge.
Yeah,
and drive her to Highland Tech for that game because they need to see that in person and to know how bad
you are.
It is. Right. All right, guys, let's take a break. When we come back, we've got fun sports to talk about. PGA golf, NASCAR, NBA, NFL. We didn't even mention the NFL. TiVo Mania in Jacksonville.
Are we going to do that again?
On KTCBroadcasting.com.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
It's going to be live.
Elliott's to the inside of Hamlin for the lead. It's almost 3 wide, exiting turn 6.
It's going to be loud.
Got multiple problems here. Turn number 8, Ty Dillon spin. Hitting Hamlin spin into turn 7.
And you know it's going to be authentically Austin.
Elliott gets to the inside. Only washes up, and Chase Elliott will go to the point in turn 6.
The inaugural Echo Park Texas Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas.
Sunday, May 23rd at 1:30.
On Carolina Country WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com.
Country Gold with Terry Clark.
I'm Terry Clark, inviting you to join me for Country Gold, where we play all your favorites from the 80s and 90s. This week, we'll travel back 30 years to spotlight the debut hits from the country class of 1991. You'll hear Brooks and Dunn, Trisha Yearwood, Colin Ray, Tracy Lawrence, and a whole lot more. That's the country class of 1991, this week on Country Gold with Terry Clark.
Thursday afternoons at 1 o'clock on Carolina Country WCSL 92.3 FM, 1590 AM, and online at ktcbroadcasting.com. Bayada Home Healthcare in Shelby knows that true heroes do not wear capes, they wear dog tags. And we thank our servicemen and women for their sacrifices to ensure our freedoms. Thank you for answering the most noble call of our country and standing for our flag in the USA and around the world. This memorial salute is from Bayada Home Healthcare, 1243 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at bayada.com. Call 704-487-7990.
The dining room at Mitchum's Kitchen in Vale has reopened. That's right. You can come in and sit down and enjoy a great meal from Mitchum's Kitchen in Vale. The dining room has reopened. Sure, you can still get takeouts, and sure, you can go through the drive-thru window. And now you can come in and sit down and eat. Mitchum's Kitchen is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 7 a.m. till 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. on Sundays. For orders to go, call 704-276-1155. Mitchum's Kitchen, Highway 27 west of Lincoln at the Highway 274 intersection. Again, the dining room is now open at Mitchum's Kitchen.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time.
Shop local with whatsupshopper.com, Carolina Country, and The Boss.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're talking some sports.
Is that what you think we're talking?
Sports on the side.
No, we're just listening to Tom complain. He's got his belly full, and it
doesn't matter.
Currently.
Fun fact.
Yes.
Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know what number his tight end was in college?
Aaron Hernandez. I got a picture of it.
It was
somewhere.
85.
Was it? I told you, had a heck of a mentor at tight end. Now, so Seattle's catcher Jose Godoy became the 20,000th player to play in Major League Baseball yesterday.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
20,000
in history.
Wow.
I know.
You'd think it would
that.
be more than that.
I
That's
know.
it.
Think about that.
Yeah.
In the history.
That's it.
Yeah,
20,000.
that's pretty low. Thinking about how many people they carry.
And then they think like, oh yeah, buddy, I'm going to be in the Major League Baseball.
You know, and who
your
they
chances
bring
are
up
very
from the
little.
Well, you know, a lot of guys get to play college and other leagues.
I'll ask
So you
this.
still got aspirations if you don't make it.
I'll see what Terry and Tom's answer to this. So they were talking. This is about baseball, and Hunter, it was Shannon arguing, and they were discussing Tebow though. And since Terry's a Kyle Busch fan, he'll probably chime in on this. They were discussing whether or not minor league baseball is considered a professional baseball or not.
It is.
No.
I mean, they only.
Shannon says it wasn't. He said, "You don't make it to the bigs, you're not a professional. You're just an amateur."
Last time I checked, though, you're not considered. Like you can't even consider. You can't, since you couldn't get paid until they just now were trying in college. They call you an amateur.
Keyword.
You're getting paid,
right?
Then you're a professional.
Yeah, you're getting paid that you're a professional. I don't care if it's $200 a week. You're getting paid to do something.
That's how I would feel. But he was trying to make the argument that.
Well, Shannon can say that because as a football player, you don't have a minor league system. You just had to go unpaid in college.
Right.
That's just how it was.
So if that's the case, then that means when all these guys that are professionals get knocked back down into one of the
now they're amateurs.
3AA, they're amateurs.
You
are no good right now.
Sorry, buddy. We need you to do a
difference. There's a difference between a professional and a major leaguer. For instance, if you played for the XFL, you're a professional, but you didn't play in the NFL. There's just a different level of professional. That's all it is.
So when Pujols got knocked back down, he was not a professional no more.
Kevin had to correct me.
Well, if you look at Shannon, if you go based off what Shannon Sharp said, then yes, you would call him not a professional. But how we look at it, if you're getting paid, you're still a pro.
Shannon Sharp gets so excited and starts screaming on that show. It's hard to understand what he's saying. I listened to a little bit of him and it's kind of funny. I think Shannon Sharp makes better points, but you notice he'll get so riled up you can't understand what he's saying because
I like
Skip is
Shannon
so
says.
stupid. He says the stupid.
I like some of the stuff that Shannon says. You ever listen? You ever hear him pull out just one of the deep South it's like
Where's he from?
He's from Georgia.
Georgia. Okay.
Yeah. But
I can't remember where he played college ball.
He always says something funny that has like a deep South meaning to it. Only people in the South would understand it. And I'm like, I get it.
The real South, not Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like the real South.
No, the real South.
The real South. Yeah.
But for them, I don't know. Baseball is weird though if you look like that. Baseball is weird when you look like that. You have 3 different levels before you can even consider yourself in the league. You know what I'm saying? Like single A, double A, triple A. Hell, if you don't work out there, you can go play in like the Great Plains leagues or whatever.
Yeah, but to me, Hunter, if you play in the G League basketball, you're a professional basketball player.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. I think we can all agree that if you're getting paid, if you're getting paid, absolutely.
It's just one of them things. Maybe they're not as much of a crowd there to watch you,
and the pay might not be as great as it could be because of that. They're not bringing in nearly the revenue that a pro team would.
That was just a whole. He was trying to argue. He was poo-pooing because Skip brought up that Tebow was the Double-A All-Star. He just wasn't out there just standing in the outfield. He made the All-Star team about a 273, and then he was trying to poo-poo it, saying it wasn't professional, it doesn't count, and all that other stuff. So I was just going to see what
you can argue level of competition, but you can't say that it's not that it wasn't at a professional level.
He probably made the All-Star team because they knew that would bring more people to the All-Star game with him out there.
Well, Terry, it's the same like how Kobe Bryant the one year, may he rest in peace, but Kobe Bryant the one year when he missed like half the season with an Achilles injury, he still wasn't back yet. He still got voted into the All-Star game. Exactly. I think that's how it was going. It was fan voting.
So I read an article the other day talking about strikeouts. I'm going to talk about some umpire stuff here and the strike zone and some thoughts on that. So This is an article about is the strikeout ruining the game of baseball in Major League, and we're going to give you some stats and thoughts on that. For the 15th straight year last year, the strikeout rate rose. 15 straight years it rose from the year before. Not like it didn't dip at all one year. 15 straight years it's went up. When it started, the strikeout, if it was a batting average, was 211. Now it's 243. So 24% of at bats, one of every 4 is a strikeout now in baseball. I think we had 7 or 8 no hitters already.
We've
this
had
year.
6 so far.
The record is 8.
The record is 8. We've had 6. We're not even at the All-Star break. We're not even close.
In the 90s, there was on average 9 strikeouts per game. Now there's 17.8 something. There have been 4 games in which teams combined for 6 fewer hits and at least 30 strikeouts. One of those games happened in 2015, 18, and 21, all in the last.
Do you know some people?
6 years.
You know some people's remedy for this?
What?
Shrink the plate to 14 inches. Go from a 17
so you
inch
can't
to
paint the corners as much.
Shrink the plate. Make them throw it down the middle more. Yeah, I've heard. Now, Terry, I don't think it has a lot of traction. But some people have thrown it out there, make the plate smaller.
That is so.
Well,
I like it, Terry.
Well, this is talking about the philosophy of it, Tom. Is that the players don't care about striking out now?
No, not anymore.
And that's the issue.
So that's the real issue.
So you can't you change the plate all you want if they don't mind sitting there and watching strike 3 as opposed to popping one. I would never understand why you'd rather a player strike out than hit a fly ball to
because the kids that are playing now, call them kids because some of them are younger than me. They didn't have their dad chew their butt out after they striked out every at bat. I mean, my God, you didn't want to get in the car after the game if you struck out twice a game.
I tell you what I did like in more games is kids attacking 3-0 pitches and 2-0 pitches.
Mm-hmm. Right, because like the bat. I hate the walls.
A lot of this, I'm telling you, a lot of the travel leagues, you got these daddy coaches always take the first pitch. Why?
Our
game, I think our games average like our pitchers 8 to 10 walks, and we only give up 2 hits, and it's just you got to swing the bat.
Does your statistics over there that you were reading off? Because I heard this when I was listening to a podcast yesterday. This is going to be, or it's on pace to be, the lowest batting percentage season of all time.
Right.
The guys just can't hit.
Well, I would say that until here lately, because I think some of it has changed. Like Atlanta scored 20 runs last night.
Yeah, but that's like a league. That's like league wide, though.
I know, but somebody else scored 19. I mean, somebody last night scored 16.
I think if I recall correctly, like it is in a podcast, I could tell y'all guys which one to listen to. But it was like the league average is like at 230.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
But then also last night, what was it Rodon and the guy, I forget who they was playing, it went the whole game with 10 strikeouts each, both pitchers with no walks. You know,
I don't know.
It's the first time it ever been done in Major League Baseball.
I can tell you who I was listening to since we name dropped Shannon. I was listening to Colin because someone had asked him a question about baseball, and he just said straight up, like baseball is not putting a good product on TV right now.
230.
It's not because
they don't have the talent spread out.
237. It's the worst since 1968. Was the last time it was 237. What year was that? Does anybody remember? Terry?
That was the year they lowered the mound.
Bob Gibson was 1.12 ERA.
But they lowered the mound.
They lowered it after that. After that year.
They lowered the mound.
Yeah, that was the analogy that Colin brought up. Was like they have to do something, whether it's back the mound up or you brought up shrinking the plate.
It's all philosophy. If you don't care about this is all that is, guys. I swear, it's if you don't care about striking out,
then you're just going to strike out.
Right, because what that means is, what are you not doing on 2 strikes? You're not choking up. You're not crowding the plate. You're not going to opposite field. Why do you think there's shifts? Why do you think that's happening? Is that they are not choking up. They're not going the opposite field. Of 2 strikes, they're still swinging as hard as they can.
Yeah, trying to pull the ball right into the shift. Yeah.
And I will say this. Once you get to 94 plus, a lot of times you are just guessing. You might as well swing hard because my dad will say, swing hard because you might accidentally hit it.
Yeah.
And I tell I try to tell my kids that sometimes. Sometimes you just swing, dude.
Well, and those fastballs, a lot of it is, but like the changeups and the curveballs, if you can pick it up out of the hand, you're in a pretty good spot. But nobody's doing that if they're batting 230.
I 100% think it's the philosophy on that. This 237 has been going down. The highest it was in the last since 98 was 271 and 99. Last 10 years, the highest it was 257. So it went down.
And these are pros. And, of course, growing up, your dad probably always told you it was at least decent if you could bat close to 300. So for that at the professional level, 250 to 270, okay, that's like really good. But now you've dropped down a complete, well, you take the zeros off of the end, you drop down 4 or 5 points on your percentage, and it just keeps going down, it looks like. Like there's no opportunity for this graph, if we're watching it as a stock, to go back up because, like you said, nobody's buying into I need to hit for contact. Right. It's either I need to swing for the fence, or if I take this strikeout, I'll get another at bat sometime.
But what's bad? How do if the kids are at home?
That's a coaching
thing. Kids
thing.
at home are watching this. They can't hit it out of the park like that. Well, they have to play real baseball.
We should do? Call Phillips, see how he feels about it.
I know exactly how it feels.
Coach Phillips.
All right, so this is an umpire report, okay? See how if you guys would like this and what you think of it. This is a Major League Baseball umpire report. Greg Gibson. All right, overall accuracy, 88% strikes. So Major League Baseball, in this one game, it says his calls behind the strike zone, according to K-Zone, he only got 88% of them right. Major League Baseball average is 94%. So on average, Major League Baseball umpires miss 1 out of 20 calls.
I would think that's good at the speed that these guys are throwing.
Yeah.
So y'all can remember that and be like, Coach, Major League Baseball umpires only get 90% of the calls right. if you ever have an argument with a coach,
there you go.
Like, Coach, so you got to at least give me 1. I'm not a pro, so you kind of need to give me 2. So they go from there.
I told a guy that it was a league where he thought it hit his arm. I thought it hit the knob of the bat because of the way it reacted. Right. And he came over. He was upset about it. And I said, I'm going to tell you what I said. I'm not going to use the exact language, but I may have cheated you. But that's what I called. And you know what? They kind of appreciate the honesty. You know what I mean? They do. A lot of guys will appreciate the honesty. It's like, look, man, we don't get them all right. There's no way. There's no way. Nobody's perfect.
So when you think about that percentage, is that big or small? But once you extrapolate the numbers, it starts sounding big, right? So he basically missed 23 pitches in the game.
That's why I laugh at some of these big time college umpires and all that. Yeah, I usually miss 5 pitches a game. I say you miss more than 5. It's like you miss more than 5.
Well, someone's going to pull out the K-zone chart on you and
16
humble you.
Of the 137 balls he called were actually inside the strike zone. So he called balls on 16 in a Major League Baseball game. So the Major League pitchers missed 16 strikes. Not 1, 2, or 3. A Major League umpire in this game, Cardinals and Padres, missed 16 strikes.
And they're still betting 230. That's amazing.
It shows the strike zone. I don't know if you guys can see it. The red. Let's see if I can get it on my camera. Barely. Nope.
Oh, he's got the plate.
But the red is his strike. Is his strike zone. Basically, is what it ended up being in the game. So it's kind of a trapezoid. Doesn't call anything in the top right corner at all. Wherever I guess he might not even see. He might be blind to it. You never know. So basically, he missed 11 true balls, and he missed 12 true strikes. Worst calls, it says bottom of the 5th, 1 out, runner on first, third, a 3-2 call, strike is called on the ball, runner scored. And he kind of lists the what happened with each bad call, the were his worst ones. Go ahead.
And I know your strike zone is, and when you're doing it, your strike zone stays the same; it does not move. But a lot of times, your catcher can move and mess the thing up too for you.
And manipulate.
And here's something else, Terry.
Glove manipulation.
Sometimes a strike is made to look like a ball, so you say ball, and sometimes a ball is made to look like a strike, so you say strike. I mean, I don't care who's calling balls and strike. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
Because it could be a curveball that broke over, but the catcher turns over his glove and bobbles it, and you call ball, and you're thinking to yourself, that was probably a strike.
Yeah.
But he made it look so bad. And then sometimes he's up, ball on half eye of the plate, bam, rocket shot. That's probably a ball, but looked too good. Strike. That's just part. It's just part of it. So I mean, it's like I tell the catcher, it's salesman. We're salesmen back here, man. You sell it, you might get it. You don't sell it, you don't get it. I mean, that's just the way it is.
So I will send you guys that graphic so y'all can pull that up in the next argument you have with the coach. You're like, well, coach, last night at the Padres-Cardinals game, the umpire behind the plate missed 12 calls. I'm up to 2 right now. So I know you got 10 more.
I've heard the least amount about balls and strikes. Now, it's like oddball stuff happens sometimes you hear, but balls and strikes, not too much.
Yeah, well,
as long as you just get just sell it, you're okay.
Oh, come on, Blue. It was a mile off the plate.
Now, that's fans.
Real quick,
real quick. Or somebody down the left field line haul.
Right.
Yeah, good job, but I know you saw it.
Real quick, one philosophy I'll ask you umpires, which if you're by yourself, okay, just one guy in a 12 and under game, not so it's not a big field. Would you rather be behind the pitcher or have your stuff on behind the plate?
In a 12-year-old game?
12 and under, like 9 and 10-year-olds, 12. The small field.
I don't do that. So ask Terry.
What would you rather have your umpire? That's what I'm asking. Because that was a big argument the other day about where to be, and people were asking me, and I'm like, I'll tell you where I think I, as a coach or umpire, would want to be, but everybody's different.
I have done both. I have been behind, and I think your accuracy of your calls are better if you're behind the catcher.
I do too.
If you're out at the pitcher, I've had people at different locations. Oh Lordy, my kid would have never swung at that. Well, you know what? It's a strike. Yeah. You're going to deal with both no matter which way you go. But I would rather have an umpire behind.
We've had a few onesies this year, and I've seen a few, and they're all been in the field, and everybody talks about it. And I'm like, because fair foul. Like, what do you? We
kind of put you on a spot if you're not.
If you're behind if you're standing right behind the pitcher, and it's right down right down first, third baseline. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah.
So like, you have to judge based on where the third baseman kind of rolled over the bag, or I don't know. So there's a big argument about that. So I just want to know philosophy, or if there was an actual rule that says, or if everybody says, "Hey guys, just stand behind it." If that's a thought, or is that an individual type thing? Was my question more than anything. All right. Major League Baseball standings real quick before we get out here on baseball talk. Red Sox in first, White Sox in first, A's in first, and then over 500 Astros in the playoff hunt, Indians in the playoff hunt,
They won't be in the
Rays,
playoff.
Yankees, and Blue Jays all in the playoff hunt right now.
It's catching up to them now. They quit winning those ball games and are getting doubled up on hits. You can't win those games consistently.
In the National League, Hunter's Braves are 3 games under 500. Hunter, y'all going to turn it around?
Nah. Just depends on if we get the pitching situated. Listen,
You got to make a trade?
We got to do something. We signed Shane Green back. I think it was about a week or two ago. I saw that. I thought that was nice. But again, that's a reliever. Like, that's not a starting pitcher. Like, that's where we need the most help. Ian Anderson did a good job last night against the Pirates. I know it's still only Pirates.
20-1 game.
I know, but he was pulled. Listen, he was pulled in the 6th inning. Okay,
you did a great job in a 20-1.
Hey, he was pulled in the 6th inning. He had six. He had 6 strikeouts, no walks. All right.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
He didn't screw it up.
When he does pitch, he usually does very good. Soroka being hurt and Fried still not being back off of his injury. I mean, because that right there, ace, second, and Ian Anderson's your third pitcher. You don't have your first 2 pitchers.
We need to take the Braves and the Indians and move them to like West Virginia.
And just combine them.
Just combine them.
Yeah. That would be a dang good baseball team.
I've got a solution.
That'd be a dang good team.
Yeah, it would.
Got a solution. Okay? Braves are in Ohio. I mean, Braves are in Atlanta. Indians are in Ohio, right? If we bring them closer.
To Tennessee.
No, when you get to the middle, you're around Charlotte, why don't both teams just sell the franchise to the Cherokee, and they can call it whatever they want to?
Why not?
I just solved 2 franchise and baseball's problems all in one by selling them to Charlotte and the Cherokee Nation can name them whatever they want.
True.
Indians, Braves, Seminoles. Well, they wouldn't name them Seminoles, obviously. Cherokee, the high school name, aren't they the Braves?
What?
Cherokee High School?
I don't know.
Cherokee,
I
do you remember?
I
think they
are.
If I remember the logo, I think it's got to be in the
all that's on the way
feather.
out. I listened to a story, and there's in Kansas where there's this big push, and a number of them have gotten rid of that. So it's not going to last. I'm just telling you, boys, it's coming.
4 years. It's going to be the Cherokee Braves.
Well, I'll tell you what. If Charlotte gets granted a baseball team and they change the name of Atlanta, well, I'll just be in Charlotte.
So the Oakland A's did get. We did mention that a little bit last week. They did get approval from baseball to seek relocation. So I think they're going to Vegas no matter what. They saw the Raiders go and they built them a big, giant, beautiful stadium. They're not getting that in Charlotte. Whether if they want they would just
baseball
build
in
up
Vegas?
BB&T.
Oh my God, that
Why do you
sounds
change,
horrible.
Man? Why do you do that?
What?
I just get so disgusted.
They can't help
every
it,
time
though.
yeah, they can help it.
They got to make more money.
Yeah,
they can't help it.
They can help it.
If they want to fork up their own money for the stadium, yeah, but they won't. So if the city
that's why I
won't
like
do it,
Green Bay, because Green Bay's never moving. The town owns it. It's going to stay right there. They ain't going to be sold out to somebody else.
Terry, these billionaires can't afford their own stadiums.
Well, I know that. Yeah,
you got to have a cigarette tax to pay for that, Terry.
Yeah.
Come on, Terry. Lottery tickets, cigarettes.
So tired of that.
Pay for that stadium.
The worst, and then also what's
try to be true to who you were.
What's awful about that? Why don't they, in today's society with GoFundMe, instead, if you want your city to pay for the Panthers to have a new stadium upgrade, make a GoFundMe account.
What's the difference between that and a tax? Only it's voluntary. It's the same thing as Johnny
Tom.
Paycheck
Tom.
paying
What
for
it is that the 4 of us aren't paying for the Panthers stadium, but the Panthers fan that would be sitting here is, and he volunteers to support it. I don't. If I don't want to support that team, or if I move, if you're a Browns fan and move to Charlotte, do you want to pay taxes so the Panthers can build a nicer stadium to beat your team and attract people? No. So I think, hey, at this point, do some type of a GoFundMe. If the billionaire needs his help and the Panthers fans really want upgrades to their stadium, they should be voluntarily pitching in $100 at a time. All the teams. But taking it directly from how many people in your household don't watch the Panthers?
All of us.
Okay, how many there's households and households and households that don't, whether they will even watch sports or not, and they've got to pay for it.
I just get so tired of every time you do this. I think about a true fan. If I live in Oakland and I go to the ball games and I am a ticket holder and I've been doing it for 25 years, and then all of a sudden, you know what, we're moving. That changes everything you do, because you're a true ticket holder, and now they're going to be really 20 hours away or more, and you're not going there.
Terry.
Yeah, I know they don't care about
billionaires
you.
don't care
That's right.
about
They don't
you,
care
buddy.
about you.
They don't
You're
care
right.
about you.
You're exactly
If a
right.
man cared about other people, he wouldn't be a billionaire, Terry. It's that simple.
All right, so here is the bottom 5 revenues last year in Major League Baseball.
Indians have got to be on the bottom 5.
Marlins are last.
You're close.
Rays second to last.
And they
Royals
continue to win.
third.
How about that?
Reds fourth. A's fifth. Indians sixth. On that, Tom.
Because they can't hit.
So there's your
and the Florida teams. Who's going to go to a Florida baseball game when you go to the beach?
there's your
And then when you go there, there's not but 5,000 people watching anyway.
watching what?
Just the
What
ball
the
game
people
general.
in Florida play.
Oh yeah, well Miami and Tampa are the bottom 2.
Yeah, so there you go.
Think about that. Hey, it's just crazy that you can have
This
15,
season just doesn't line up good
like
with
16 teams. It go down and play spring training in Florida and have all them fans, and
then nobody shows up.
Nobody
to those two
comes
games.
up there.
All I can say out of
Regular
them
season.
6, Kansas City's the last one to win a World Series. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Reds 90, A's 89.
Who was the last one to make a World Series?
Tampa
Cleveland.
last year.
Tampa Bay last year.
Oh, Tampa Bay last year. That's right. That's right.
But who's got the most World Series on the list?
the A's, don't they?
That's true.
And
See
they're
if
getting
y'all's
ready to
gonna
move.
guess. I think Reds is second, and then the Marlins have
It,
three.
it is unfortunate baseball season, the time of the year that it does fall for those Miami teams. Because, like you said, Tom, I mean, you got a day game for Tampa Bay and Miami. Well, let's just stick with Miami
Who
at
wants
this point.
to go
who
sit and
wants
watch
to-
a baseball game when it's 95 degrees?
Right,
Exactly.
right. Instead, I could be going out in the ocean. It is kind of
well,
like, think about it. Football probably thrives then because sure, it's still decent weather down in Florida, but at the same time, you're not just like, I'm going to go to the beach today. I can go to a football game.
also, but what? All right, watch this. All right, you're in Tampa, right? Football game comes. Packers come into town. Okay, they're there once. Every couple years, they're not in my division. All right, you're in Tampa, and the Red Sox come to town. Well, we play them 20 times this year. We play them 10 times at home. If I don't go today, I can go tomorrow. If I don't go tomorrow, I can go the next day.
Yeah,
I can go I can go next month, and then any of those days it's 90 degrees.
I can go to the beach instead.
I can go do something else. So the baseball thing with the 100. So again, and then you go, okay, do I want to go to game 81, Marlins and Royals, 90 degrees? It's going to cost me $30 a ticket, then food, beer. Let me spend a couple $100 to get
99 degrees
sweaty,
outside.
hot, and watch crappy baseball.
Or I'm going to want to leave by the 5th inning.
Or go to the beach and watch other things.
So I
and
paid
get
for
sweaty
I
and
paid
hot
full
and
price
drunk.
for a ticket, and then by the 5th inning, I'm ready to go because my butt
Not
is
to
sticking
mention
to the chair.
you bought an $8 beer and a $6 hot dog.
I can get a sixer on the beach and a lot better views than
Lot
these,
better
these
views.
fellas
Yeah.
run around this baseball field. So Florida's a different. I mean, Oakland's right there. Let me go up to the top so you guys can you guess? Braves are 11 there, Hunter.
Well, that's good, but we know who the top 3 to 5 are. Well, really, the Giants surprised me, but that's a big market, San Francisco, just because how bad they were last year.
Well, Oakland's right across the street.
I know, but and look at them.
They're at the bottom.
Revenue last year, Yankees only 108 million. Their
Well, I guess
operating
the
cost
Gi-
was 190.
The Giants really have that big of a fan base, though. I know it seemed like they were winning World Series almost every other year in the early or mid 2000s, but
You know Giants fans?
personally, I'll be honest, no.
I do. Mike Powell.
I'm sure a lot of them are.
I
I'm
know
sure-
a Padres fan. I don't know a Giants fan.
I'm
and
sure
the
a lot of
Padres
them
have
are-
been
He
bad
goes out
for
there a couple
years.
times a year.
I'm sure a
Out
lot
there
of
to
them might
watch.
be in the Pacific Northwest or split between Seattle and them. I'm sure.
Possibly, but
Yeah.
the first two, Yankees and Dodgers, I mean, that's a given. Even the Red Sox, they're at 3. Even Cubs really
I'm
at
gonna tell you-
4.
well, I'm
they're
gonna say
they're
the
in order
Cubs-
of current value.
There's a
not
brand.
revenue. The revenue. Yankees are actually these are the bottom. There's your bottom 5 in revenue by year. That was the current value, the order they were in. I'm sorry. So there's your current revenue. Still A's in third there in Miami.
The two New York teams.
the-
I wonder why they have so much less in revenue. Maybe because
They look how much they spend. Does that?
I was about to say, does that go in how much they spend on their rosters? Because if so, then the Dodgers should be down there.
earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization.
Tom, I have to give you a lot of credit.
So that's
for
how much
picking those
money they
glasses
made.
up like that.
So that's just how much money they made.
Just wait till your years catch up with you, Hunter.
So the Yankees only made
I already
108
have
million.
to do it. I couldn't read. I
It
can't
is
even
now.
read this if I do this.
Really?
Yeah. No, I have no idea what that says.
Well,
So-
you should become an umpire like us.
So current value. So current value. All right, get this,
They
guys.
tell us we need them all the time.
The Marlins and the Rays in Kansas City, Cincinnati, Oakland, Cleveland. Let's go those top six. 1.16 million. Billion. No. I'm sorry, the Marlins. I was trying to see who got more money than the Marlins last year. Dodgers made $185 million last year. So there's your baseball problems. All right, we'll be back in a minute. JP, you ready? Stretch. Good. Got you good. What'd you have for breakfast? Mitchum's Kitchen.
I believe it's a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit.
I believe. You don't know
I
what
haven't
you ate.
eaten it yet,
Oh. Well, then never mind. Good morning, JP. Good to see you. We'll be back in a minute. KDC Broadcasting.
Lifetime warranty on new and used cars at Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City. And now until the end of the month, Friendship in Forest City will offer up to $4,000 over Kelley Blue Book value on your trade. Guaranteed best prices on new cars, all used cars priced way below book value, and now all new and used cars have a lifetime warranty, unlimited time, and unlimited miles. We're simply not like any other dealer. Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram, we're located in Forest City.
Plumbing problems? Well, if you're not an expert plumber, then we invite you to call the Expert Plumbers. That's Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. Just call 828-245-7302. Recommended since 1973. From faucets to sinks to toilets, from sewer and drains to well pumps, from dishwashers to disposals to bathroom remodeling, residential and commercial, new homes too. Don't let your plumbing problems drive you plumb crazy. Call Olmsted Plumbing in Forest City. 828-245-7302 or visit the website at olmstedplumbing.com. Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia wants to express their gratitude to our veterans. We must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. Freedom is never free. Never was so much owed by so many to so few. This memorial salute is from everyone at Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia, 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at classicvwgastonia.com. Call 980-448-3010. Bill Shuford Heated and Air Conditioning in Shelby sends their heartfelt thanks to all veterans who made the ultimate sacrifice and to all those who return. Thank you for serving our country and protecting our freedoms. Today and every day, we are thankful for your sacrifices. This memorial salute is from everyone at Bill Shuford Heating and Air Conditioning, 213 Campbell Street in Shelby, online at BillShufordHVAC.com. Call 704-484-0025.
Parker Farm Service in Kings Mountain knows that our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each soldier who died protecting it. America's veterans have served our country with the belief that democracy and freedom are ideals to be upheld around the world. This memorial salute is from Parker Farm Service, 126 Bessie Drive in Kings Mountain. Online at TractorsUSA.com. Call 704-259-6100.
There's nothing like cash in your pocket, especially if you can turn your scrap into cash with the help of Gaston Used Auto Parts and Recycling in Gastonia. For over 25 years, this locally family-owned and operated business has been giving some of the best prices for scrap. They take tungsten scrap carbide, as well as stainless steel, aluminum, copper, and brass. Need help? Gaston Used Auto Parts and Recycling will supply you with a roll-off container to help make your recycling easy. Turn your scrap into cash with the help of Gaston Used Auto Parts and Recycling. 305 Dogwood Street in Gastonia. Call 704-827-9468. Online at GastonUsedAutoPartsAndRecycling.com.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. I'm a little distracted this morning, unfortunately. But hey.
All right, reminding our listeners that Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram bringing you Saturday Morning Sports Talk. They're at 190 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina. Call them at 828-919-3001. Friendship Nissan, 156 Oak Street Extension in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-245-1661. Call our friends at Friendship.
Well, good morning, everybody. Saturday morning sports talk. I'm looking up some golf scores right now to give you guys updated live leaderboard.
Look out for Koepka. Look out for Koepka.
I agree.
Wrong. What people don't realize is the last major he played obviously was the Masters. He had just come like a month or a couple months off of knee surgery, and now he's
said it's
starting.
hurting him. He said it's hurting him.
Oh, I think it is.
If it wasn't a major, he wouldn't be playing.
But it's hurting him, and he's in third, or what? Technically tied for second.
The wind
or
is
in second because the two in front of him are tied.
Once
for
the guy
first.
won the Masters, he's like
in
third. Yeah, he's in third.
Koepka's in third. Matsuyama's is tied for fourth with.
He's fourth. Don't forget
I should
about
make
him.
Tom read that name since he likes to tell me when people are tied like that. So let's see if I can pull it up. See if he can pronunciate the name. Is that not how you spell pronunciate? Is that not how you pronunciate? Am I ruining it for you, Tom?
Yes, you are.
I cannot say.
All right, who's the guy tied in fourth with Matsuyama? Matsuyama.
Holy cow.
I can tell you his name's Christian.
I'm going to spell it, honey. You ready?
I've never heard someone called Holy Cow before.
Well, you've never watched a Cubs game, have you?
You know I don't watch sports at all, Kevin, really.
Thank you, intern.
BEZUIDENHOUT.
I'm going to tell you what.
Christian Alphabet is how I would pronounce that.
You know those commentators
They
have
hate-
got
they
to
hate
have
when
that
the-
cheat sheet on there
Yeah, they
the
do.
whole time for
I'm going to see
pronunciation.
if they've got his name on the pronunciation guide. I'll try to click on it, but it's not showing him. No. Anyway, he's tied of Brandon Grace, Paul Casey, Stillman, M. Connors, Woodland all at -2. DeChambeau is down at 1. No other big names. Ian Poulter's even.
He has his moments, DeChambeau, but at the end of the day, I think he still is just a big meathead swinging.
Yeah.
He's almost the golf's equivalent for a baseball player. He's swinging for the fences the whole time.
Lee Westwood, Podrick Harrington, Bubba Watson. No, Podrick's at 2. The other two are at 1 over. So there's your. The cut was all at +6. Harold Varner from Gastonia made it. That's how.
I think
tough
collectively
the
they
course
were
is.
over 400 over par or something on.
Right.
Friday.
I was reading the folks online, some of the golf folks. They enjoy watching the pros struggle. Some people enjoy it, and
because you can relate to it.
Right.
They root for the course, not the players.
And the course out there, the wind blowing, and it's got them all over the place. So the way I like to break down the scores, see who might be in contention is who's shooting in the 60s right now. Nobody shot 2 rounds in the 60s. Ustay's in the 68. Mickelson 169. Koepka 69. Matsuyama 68. Corey Connors started out in round 1 with a 67. Those guys, those are the I got 2 more 60s down here. Keegan Bradley and Victor Hovland. But other than that, it's nothing but 70s forever. Cameron Davis snuck one in somewhere down here. God, when you go 69 to 79.
Wow.
So I think there's like 69 to 80. Sam Hornsfield. And he still made the cut with an 80.
There's a guy
in
that
the
shot.
PGA.
Hey, scroll down. Was there a guy that shot 69 and missed the cut?
Let's see.
I thought no, I might.
That would be now. John Daly was in it. He birdied the first hole. I guess he went downhill from there.
Well, he probably stopped at the.
I'm guessing
at the bar cart.
he did. He shot 80.
Yeah.
He shot 85.
I'm guessing Zlatoris didn't make the cut. Maybe he did. He was running around in Jordan Spieth's group yesterday.
So I'm looking at Daly's score, right? And when Jimmy Johnson ran the IndyCar race, he finished 19th out of 23. 4 other cars were wrecked or withdrew, right? And his tweet was, didn't finish last. A whole 7-time. John Daly didn't finish last, folks.
Didn't. No, he didn't.
Sam Burns withdrew, and Y.E. Yang was disqualified. So Daly, 3rd from last.
Yeah,
after
okay.
starting off.
How'd he get DQ'd when he's got 2 complete scores?
He probably didn't sign his card or something.
Okay. He probably got mad and left.
Daly, with an 85-86, has the worst 2-day rounds, yet he still
did not come in last.
Finish last. I want to pull up a picture of him here. Did you see him this week?
No.
He looks like Santa Claus out there with his beard. It's white as could be. See if they got
I'm
him.
sure he's aging like milk. I mean, he's not exactly a, I don't know how we say, a dietary and exercise conscious type of guy.
There you go. There's Daly.
Holy cow.
That's actually him chipping into the hole on the first hole.
That's the only good shot they had that day. Hey, aren't they calling him for the senior tour yet?
I don't know why he's not. He should be.
It's a shame. He had a lot of talent. Just kind of wheels came off a long time ago and never got put back on. But he's still, I guess, a fun guy.
Plus, Tom, he would rather go to the bars unless you tell him how great he should be.
Yeah, he'd probably be cool to hang out with.
Hey, that's why they still invited him. He's a fun guy in the clubhouse.
I did look. All right, Terry, who's your favorite? You said you didn't like.
You didn't like Koepka.
No, I think Phil. I think he's going to daggum hold on to take this thing. Yeah, he will.
He won't.
You don't think that him being 50 might catch up with him on day 3 or 4?
No.
Or rounds 3 or 4, sorry.
By his own admission.
If it's tough, he can be in it. If it's where I can just like Koepka and Chambon and all them just drill it and then have the little shots to get there, yeah, that might be for them. But if it's going to be a tough course for these last 2 rounds, Mickelson's got a chance.
It's tough, but it's not. What does help him is it's not like the big hitters course. You don't have to be a big hitter to score on a course. So,
and if the wind is favorable to him on some holes, then he can almost kind of keep up with the big hitters. But then the big hitters are going to look at that and say, "Oh, that's just going to add another 10 to 15 yards on my drive."
Yeah, but by his own admission, by Mickelson's own admission, he says, "I don't know if I can concentrate on every single shot like I did 20 years ago." It was basically by his own admission.
Well, yeah, but still, if I'm leading, I'm concentrating
He's
on
not
every shot.
leading. He's not leading. He's tied for the lead.
Okay, so he's tied. That's the same thing as it puts beside his name, leader. Yeah, co-leader.
Listen, I've never had a problem with Phil.
I don't know why Tom's up on this hill.
I mean, what does that got to do with anything?
I've never had a problem with Phil whenever me and my buddies, like when we were growing up, if we ever went and played putt-putt, because, just golf, I know I'm not that good, but putt-putt, if we ever were trying to say, well, I'm Tiger today or what, I was always be the right-handed Phil Mickelson because I'm not left-handed. I've always enjoyed Phil Mickelson, but I will say this.
Did you eat a lot of paint chips as a kid?
No.
I'm the right-handed.
I like to pretend to be a right-handed Phil Mickelson.
Right, yeah. Don't act like when you were growing up playing any kind of sports, you didn't just go up and say, I'm going to try and beat Larry Bird today or whatnot. I know I'm not left-handed, so
but
I'd
you
be the
could just say,
Phil Mickelson.
I'm Phil Mickelson. You don't have to say, I'm the right-handed Phil Mickelson.
Did you not turn around and try to putt lefty?
No.
Oh.
I was trying to win.
Okay.
I'm the ambidextrous Phil Mickelson. What if somebody said that? You could have said that. Win. You could have just said, I'm the ambidextrous Phil Mickelson.
I'm just trying to win. I'm just trying to win, so I wasn't. I was not going to put myself at a disadvantage trying to putt left-handed when I'm right-handed. Okay, regardless.
Okay.
I did not mind Phil Mickelson growing up, but I'll say this: he's getting kind of old. And I think
he's 50.
I know
what's wrong with Phil Mickelson?
And I'm not
he's
saying,
close to my age.
I'm just
saying,
saying,
in the prime of his life.
I'm just
you
saying,
don't like older people?
No.
He's in the prime of his life.
You're an ageist.
Listen, I'm just saying rounds 3 and 4, he might not play as good as rounds 1 and 2 because he is a little bit older. Maybe he gets tired a little bit quicker. Maybe the sun beats down on him a little bit harder than it does some of the younger guys. I'm just saying,
this is his
at
last
this point,
chance.
At this point, he's playing hold on while the other guys are just out there playing.
He'll
just
be
to get
4
in.
over today and out of contention. Calling it right now.
4 over?
He'll be 4 over today.
He tees off at 240.
I don't know if I'll go 4 over. I think he could stay under, but I would see the one that stands out to me. I like Brooks. I would be rooting for Brooks because he's one of the Americans at the top. But I would say Matsuyama can just come up out of nowhere.
Yeah, he can. I think he's he's pretty good. Yeah.
Be
He will not come up out of nowhere, but he could definitely take the lead from 4.
Striking distance. So you always want to know who can get close, who can shoot low. Well, right now nobody's shooting low. So somebody's going to have to shoot. Who's going to shoot 70 in the next 2 days and everybody back up to him, basically? Or 69,
and
69.
Phil Mickelson can do that.
Well,
he can shoot a 70.
Every one of these guys can.
But he's not. He's not.
But
Tom, what is your problem with Phil Mickelson?
I'm just saying it's been fun for a couple days. It's been nostalgic. It's been fun.
So you thinking as you get older, you're done?
Pretty much.
You can hang in there for round 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, buddy, you're finished.
I've experienced this. I know what it's like.
It's okay, Terry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hold on.
It's like.
If I am
Do you have something you
contending,
need to say, Tom?
I'm not going to fall off too far.
Dude, your 27-year-old, ability to, to do is not your 47-year-old.
Yeah, but if you're not able
to
to drive like you should, Phil Mickelson has a chance with anybody out there.
No. It's been fun, though. I mean, if he does win, Terry.
I love that Tom is always like, it's been fun, Terry, but like,
I know.
no.
My God, he's
It's
just
been
old.
fun. It's the truth.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Next week we'll come in here after Phil wins, and I'll listen to y'all's why he won.
Terry,
I'm
you
going
know
to give
what?
you a couple names to look for.
Terry, I will say this is the last thing I'll say. Terry, 100%. I will let you come in next week, and you can
I'm not
just
gonna say
have a
anything.
whole segment if he wins. I will
I'm
give
not
you
going
that.
to say a word.
So I'll see if you guys understand. There's a difference between how these guys tee off, right? So there's high flyers and
Straight drivers.
and the
The
straight
drive, yeah.
smokers like Koepka. Like Koepka, him through the wind, I have no problem with. There's two guys sitting back at -2 and -1. I already said DeChambeau you should look out for because he can cut the wind. Gary Woodland, -2 right now, is in contention. Look out for him cutting the wind with his drives, and as hard as he hits the ball, he can too. Those are some of the ones down. Paul Casey's sitting at -2. I don't know. He went 71-71. Again, I think whoever goes 70-70 the next 2 days, 140, you're gonna be right at it. 139 is the lead right now, with Oosthuizen and Mickelson. Real quick, Terry, you want some average yards? Mickelson's averaging 311. He is tied for it reorders it. He's about 15th in driving, I would say, at 311 right now. DeChambeau's averaging 330. Just to see where I would be. Let's see.
Makes a little bit of a difference.
See, I drive just for some of these guys here on the lower end of the list. They putt better than me, though.
It depends on how good you are with your iron.
Who's leading it with the
Driving accuracy: Ilm, Morikawa, Answer, Stricker, Laird, Bradley, Zalatoris, Day, Cook, and Matsuyama.
There's no way that y'all could sit here and tell me that Mickelson and Koepka and Chambone all make
Hambone.
Yeah, Hambone. I'll make the green that you wouldn't trust Mickelson's
Right.
putter better than those two guys.
Well, right. Mickelson might not make the greens, is what Tom's saying with the wiggly legs.
You know,
he's gonna say he's got
Listen,
old man
I
wiggly
think
legs.
putt, Terry.
At
This
any
is
moment,
the
I
PGA
could see.
Championship.
At any moment, Mickelson might have to reach back and grab that back.
Greens in regulation, Matsuyama's hit 75%, leading the field. So he's
got a lot of momentum.
Yeah, he does. I did look. Why Yang was disqualified for signing a wrong scorecard.
How could you sign the wrong scorecard?
That's
No,
unfortunate.
he signed the wrong score.
Oh,
He when you sign it, you're endorsing it. That's the official
instead of
score.
finishing second to last, I finished dead last.
Instead of
Well,
making the PGA people like, no, well, he wouldn't have been that. No, he had like good rounds, 75, 73, something like
no,
that.
he didn't. He shot 80 something.
Why Yang?
Yes, shot like 83.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll back up and look at it in a second.
Regardless, he
Green-
wouldn't have been dead last.
Putts per green in regulation.
if you shoot that bad, Tom, you really don't care.
You don't care.
Yeah, I'm out anyway.
So,
Who cares?
For Terry's,
He's on a flight
I mean,
back
do
to
you,
Korea,
do you
man.
get a card if you assign too many of them wrong every week if you don't make it?
For Terry's point about Mickelson,
At least he's
he's
not North Korean.
leading-
They'd probably kill him for that.
Yeah.
Mickelson's leading the field in putting right now.
Up.
1.545 putts per green. Poulter 1.550 with Ortiz is right behind him. 1.58 is Fitzpatrick and Horsfield. So there's your top five in putting this.
And I never
This
heard
week.
Chambone or Koepka.
Well, nobody's going to hear Chambon because I don't know what that is.
Is that what
You
you're
talking
having
about
for lunch?
Shambo? Is that what he's trying to say?
He's trying to say
Yes.
DeChambeau.
Oh,
You having? Are you
Chambone.
having? All right. What is this food you're having for lunch? Shambone.
Chambone.
Is that what you're getting from Mitchum's this afternoon?
Was that a champagne
Terry, I didn't
covered
think the
ham
liquor
bone?
store opened in Lincoln until 9 a.m. How are you getting there before you come in at 8?
All right, Yang would have missed the cut,
Must
but he
be
wouldn't.
seeing a bootlegger.
Yang would have missed the cut, but he wouldn't have been last. There was about 20 people or 15 people
Did he
that
shoot
were
in the
worse
80s?
than him.
Shot in the 80s.
75-83.
Yeah,
So
told
yes, sir.
Told you.
Good job, Tom. You had
Yes.
them glasses on.
I did.
Yeah, you could see it.
I did.
See,
I can see clearly now. The rain
All
is
right,
gone.
we'll be back in a minute on KTCBroadcasting.com. We'll see if JP can sit up and do his job. Let's watch him intently. Go.
Hit the button, JP.
That means
Question:
move.
where do you buy a used car with a lifetime warranty? The answer is Friendship in Forest City. Friendship has a lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. That's Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City.
When the 2021 Atlanta Braves take the field, you won't want to miss a single moment as they set out to defend the East.
This one's hit well, deep left center field. Ranging back is Nemo at the track. This baby is leaving town.
Braves baseball back again on the Boss in Carolina Country. WHS Shelby, WLON Lincoln, WCSL Cherryville, Gastonia.
Acre Enterprises of Cherryville honors the sacrifices many have made for our country in the name of freedom and democracy. Those are the foundations our country was built on. The willingness of America's veterans to sacrifice for our country has earned them special lasting gratitude. And a special memorial salute to Jesse Hugh Acre, who served with the U.S. Navy in Korea. This memorial salute is from Acre Enterprises, 1220 Shelby Highway, Highway 150 West in Cherryville. Online at acrecarports.com. Call 704-435-9525.
For a classic deal on your new Volkswagen, see the Classic Volkswagen dealer in our area. That's Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia. And now, come on in and get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2021 Volkswagen Tiguan, Atlas, and Atlas Cross Sport. Come on in for all the details. Get your classic deal today at Classic Volkswagen of Gastonia, 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. Online at classicvwgastonia.com.
Carter Chevrolet in Shelby knows that people sleep peacefully in their beds at night only because rough and brave men and women stand ready to fight for their freedom. We thank the veterans for their sacrifices you and your families have made. We must support all of our soldiers with our thoughts and prayers. This veteran salute is from everyone at Carter Chevrolet, 200 West Dixon Boulevard in Shelby. Online at carterchevroletofshelby.com. Call 704-482-4341.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
Shop local on whatsupshopper.com, Carolina Country, and The Boss.
And we are back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang.
Was that a quick break, JP?
No, it's about. Well, I think they were only like 6 spots.
All right.
So we were just having fun.
Just reminding you that our friends at Friendship are bringing you Saturday Morning Sports Talk. They're in Forest City, North Carolina. Call them at 828-919-3001. And also Friendship Nissan, also in Forest City. Call them at 828-245-1661. Thank you, Friendship, for sponsoring Saturday Morning Sports Talk.
Yes, thank you, Friendship, and let everybody know our friends are your friends. So go see our friends at Friendship.
I'm going to have to take me some money over there and upgrade myself, unlike Terry. You're trying to get it. You need a leg up in life, Terry. I mean, come on.
A leg up.
I mean, you need maybe if you drove to the game in something respectable, you wouldn't have to throw fans out all the time, Terry. You'd have a little respect when you showed up. People see you show in that old pickup truck and say, "Oh man, this guy don't know what he's doing. He's still
But then when
driving
he
the
gets
same
out
truck
there,
he
they
did
said,
25
you know
years
what? He's
ago."
pretty smart.
Well,
Some things he will not tolerate.
We're here to talk NBA playoffs. And
officially start today.
They start today. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was how competitive will the first round be if two guys facing off against each other have rode back-to-back before on a banana boat.
Oh, God.
For the last time I checked, these two grown men have been back-to-back on a banana boat with each other in the middle of the ocean.
It's LeBron and Chris Paul.
Straddling a giant banana.
With Dwayne.
With Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle. Obviously, he's like, you're in the front and I'm behind you.
That's Chris Paul there?
Yeah, Dwayne Wade and
He's a little
Gabrielle
bigger than I
Union.
thought he was.
Huh?
He's a little stockier than I thought he was.
I don't know. I'm going to tell you what. I don't know how old that picture is, but it's been around for a while.
Right.
So he might be thinner now.
But anyway, these two hard competitors will face off in the round one. Terry, Could you ever imagine
Larry Bird, Magic
seeing Michael
Johnson.
Jordan riding back to back with
With
Larry
Isaiah
Bird
I'm sorry.
and Isaiah Thomas
Yeah.
on a banana boat with some other dude?
Somebody
and his chick.
did not hit delete too quick. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody
Shoulda
else
hit
did.
the
No, they
delete button.
paid
Yeah.
for this. That's probably their professional photographer following them
Okay.
around.
That's great.
But this is a round one matchup. Just want to know, oh, you
Phoenix.
talk old school and new school.
Phoenix and the Lakers.
My only response is Michael Jordan has never been on a
I'll tell you
banana
how
boat
bad
with
it
another
is.
grown man.
I'll tell you how bad the NBA is. This is the
Straddling
first time that a 7th seed is favored over a 2.
It is.
But here, this is what I want to tell people though. Like Anthony Davis and LeBron missed playing together for like 2 to 3 months.
Who cares?
So,
There's 7.
whoa, Terry. Let me tell you, if Anthony Davis and LeBron James play together for those 2 to 3 months, are they really a 7 seed?
No, they're not.
Probably
They're
not.
Probably a 3.
Exactly. So this team, even though they're labeled a 7 seed, really could be a 1 or 2 seed in the West.
They barely beat a banged up Golden State
Yeah,
team.
barely.
Oh, I know they did. But you got LeBron James still nursing his little high ankle sprain or whatever.
So is
Said
that
he saw
what's going to happen if they lose?
What?
Oh, he never got over his injury.
Yes. I don't think it's
Well,
the
that's
right.
what's
I don't
gonna
think it's a
happen.
good. I don't think that is what should be to blame. But 100%, that's what they'll say is, well, LeBron and Anthony Davis didn't get enough playing time because they were so injured.
Okay.
LeBron's ankle still hurt. You and I both know what we just passed around, that little network. Yeah, they'll be pushing that narrative. Don't
Oh, they
worry. You
will.
don't worry about that. They hold him
Who
to a
all in here is
pedestal that
pulling for the Lakers, which I did pick the Lakers myself.
pull
I
for
just
him?
thought-
I never pull for him.
Yeah, I know I never, but I did pick them to get back to the finals.
This year?
Yeah. I just
Is
I
that
just
the is
don't-
that the only first round matchup
that
that's
wrong?
got a kind of an upset? Like the lower seed is the one favored. Is that
Far
the
as
only
I-
one from
far
the
as I
East
know.
Well,
and
you
the
know
West?
Utah's
pulling them
going
up
to
in a
roll
second.
over Memphis.
Utah's
Unless-
got Memphis.
That'll be fun. I'll enjoy watching John Morant, but other than that, and I agree that the Utah is stacked.
I got to see all these playoffs. See, I was watching a little bit of the Memphis game last night, and then Memphis about got beat. They took them to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
There it is, Utah and Memphis.
okay.
They'll roll over them.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I don't know
surprise
about the
me.
Clippers and Dallas. That'll be a good matchup there.
So here's the matchups. Folks.
The Knicks
that's
are
that
back
not
in the
is that the top
playoffs.
half or something?
Hosting
I
home
like
playoff games since
That's not-
20, first
that's
time
not-
since
And they got
2013.
Atlanta
not all
favored
of
to
them.
win it. Atlanta don't win anything.
Give me a sec. Let me read.
I don't know why
group
they
on that.
got Atlanta to beat New York.
I don't know why either. I was listening to a guy comment while I was driving down the road. He's talking about how the lines are right now and how the betting world is viewing that series. And it's on, like the split, how it goes. If you're wanting to do like, I think he was talking money line on both of them. It's almost like flipping a coin. Like just one side of the coin is just a little bit over 50%. The other one's just a little bit below 50%. He said, so really for people that are choosing the Hawks to be over that, it's so close. I think that's wrong though,
Don't sleep on the Heat.
because the Knicks are the
that's
ones
true.
that should have home
Be
court
careful.
advantage in that.
Nope.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nobody's
Okay.
talking about it.
Nobody's
talking about it.
I've yet to get a 100% up to the minute one because it's got but that might be right. Hawks and Knicks maybe switch, but
Regardless,
I
the
can't
rest
find
of the teams are right.
find the one that's 100% right. But Utah's got Memphis.
Utah has Memphis. Yep.
They'll play the winner of the Clippers and Mavericks. Denver, the 3 seed, hosts Portland, the 6 seed. Phoenix, the 2 versus the Lakers at 7. Then you've got Sixers and Wizards, 1 versus 8. Hawks and Knicks. Bucks, the 3 versus the 6 defending Eastern Conference champion Heat. And 2 Nets versus 7, the Boston Celtics. We're going to go over each series real quick and pick them before we go. But my first and biggest question is, who has what I think is, I'm going to pick a series, a first-round series, that the winner of that series has the toughest bracket to a championship to win this year. And who I'm going with is the Bucks Heat series. Okay? Let's say you're the defending champions, the Heat. Round 1, you've got to beat Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Round 2, you've got to beat Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Round 3, you've got to beat Embiid. And round 4, you could possibly have to beat LeBron.
Yeah.
Vice versa, if it's Giannis, you've got to beat the defending champions, Durant, Embiid, and then LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
So that series, Bucks Heat, got the worst, I believe, draw as far as getting out of those brackets by beating them. By his toughest bracket to winning a championship. So if Giannis pulls it off this year and wins it, he's got to get some type of credit that some of these other teams won't. Well, let's say LeBron, okay, the Lakers, they're playing Phoenix, a 2 seed. Chris Paul's never made it out of the Western Conference Finals. If they win that, they get Dame Lillard, or who they kill all the time, or Denver without their starting point guard. And then in the finals, they could get a Jazz team with y'all can't name the third starter on the team, or the Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who've never even made a Western Conference final, and people are picking them to make the finals. So the West is set up, and when I said from the year started, I said it's going to be Nets, Lakers. We don't even have to talk about this stuff. But here we are. What do you think about that? Bucks Heat road to the finals, and then we'll pick each series.
I think just looking at it, if you look at the East, that probably is the hardest road. Whoever wins between that Bucks Heat series, and it's mostly because it's just who they're going to have to play in the second round. More than I don't think Terry, no offense, but I don't think many of us thinking of without Jaylen Brown that you're going to beat the Nets in a 7-game series. So I would move the Nets to round 2. So really, whoever wins the Bucks Heat series, that's just going to be a tough road because more than likely the 76ers are going to come out at the top. So then you got to face the 1 seed and then whoever wins out of the West. But to me, if I'm not going just the Bucks Heat, the Jazz have got a tough road for them even just as a 1 seed. Memphis, I don't think that's going to be too tough, but they can steal a game or 2 from you. But then it's whoever wins the Clippers-Mavericks game. The Clippers still have their firepower. Luka and Magic can make anything happen from the Mavericks. And then from there, you're either going to get, more than likely, what we would say, LeBron and the Lakers. And by that time, you would think the Lakers would be humming and just going to make it to the finals anyways. And then think about it. Say the Jazz do make the finals. Are they playing the 76ers? Are they playing the Nets? Are they playing Milwaukee? Like, those are tough teams too. So for a 1 seed in Utah, it's really not as easy as, well, the 76ers just to even try and get to the conference final. You know what I'm saying? Because Utah could win that first round against Memphis, and I could see them losing the second round games against either the Clippers or the Mavericks. That's how I look at it. And it's unfortunate because I think Utah has got a really good squad. Just, I don't know. I feel like they might have, and I know it's going to sound crazy because we wish teams would do this more often, but I feel like they took maybe the regular season and this seeding a little too seriously. It's just kind of a bad draw who they get in the next round. If the 3rd seed might have been Denver with Jamal Murray going down and they maybe draw Denver, I would give the edge to Utah, but I don't know if I give the edge to Utah against the Clippers or the Mavericks.
All right, let's pick them. Terry. We're going to go each series, and I'm going to have you guys go around the table, and we'll pick them as we go.
We're just doing the first round, right?
No, we're picking everything.
Okay.
This is our NBA full-on preview.
All right.
And since we're doing it everything, Tom, make it as quick as possible, please.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, Tommy, Utah and Memphis.
Utah. Quick enough?
Yes.
I got a stopwatch ready.
Terry, Utah and Memphis.
Utah.
Hunter.
Utah.
I guess I'll go there too. All right.
Dang it, Memphis is going to win now. We all picked Utah.
I know, right?
Jeez.
Yep.
Tom, Clippers and Dallas.
I like the Clippers.
Terry.
Clippers.
Hunter.
Clippers.
Kevin will go Clippers.
Now Dallas is going to win.
Number one reason why
good.
Clippers have 2 NBA quality wings. Dallas have 0. I mean,
I like
I'll
Luka,
do that all day.
I like Luka. He just doesn't have enough help.
Has no help. Well, if you want to classify him as a wing, maybe they can get a decent, a fast point guard. All right, this will be. I've seen it highly contested either way in the arguments. Denver and Portland. Tommy.
Denver.
Terry Reinhardt.
Denver.
Hunter Yancey.
Portland.
This one's tough for me. I don't know if Denver can handle that with Damian Lillard.
I was going to say Lillard might score 40 every game.
Listen, this would have been easy for me if Denver had Jamal Murray.
You know, McCall.
Right. If they had Murray, I would like Denver. I don't think Portland can do anything with Joker, but does Joker have enough help to outscore them?
Even with the addition of Aaron Gordon, without Jamal Murray, I just don't see.
I'm going to put it this way. I'm going to pick Portland because Bol will not get enough playing time.
Good job.
Tom, Phoenix at the Lakers.
Well, I want to pick Phoenix, but I'm not. Lakers.
Terry Reinhardt.
Lakers.
Hunter Yancey.
I hate it. Give me the Lakers.
NBA has fixed the Lakers. All right. Tommy, Sixers and Wizards.
Sixers.
Terry.
76ers.
Hunter.
76ers.
You can't pick your team to beat a garbage team.
A garbage team. There's a 1 seed for a reason.
Yeah. I know I've talked to their point guard personally, and I don't think he's a team leader.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's going to help them do anything at all,
right.
And I can outshoot him. So I'm not concerned.
If you disrespect Kevin, he never forgets.
I'm not concerned with someone that I can outshoot
personally.
Kevin,
who are you going to pick?
Philadelphia.
Okay.
Here's why. Y'all don't guard anybody.
No, I know.
And Philadelphia's got enough people that even if Ben Simmons gets 10 points, they can still score. But they can't keep Westbrook they can't stop Westbrook and Bill from getting almost 50 every game.
Probably not, but we couldn't stop Joel from getting 40 by himself.
That's true. All right, Atlanta and Knicks, Tommy.
Knicks.
That was quick.
Mm-hmm.
Terry.
Same thing, Knicks.
Hunter.
I'm taking the Knicks. That's the second best defense in the NBA.
Do I need to reevaluate this? Because we're starting to pick a lot of everybody's.
I think the next one, though, will be tricky.
I don't like anything about Atlanta, although I do have a note about the Atlanta Hawks. I bet y'all did not know I would have an Atlanta Hawks note today.
We did.
Did you take the Knicks?
Yes, I'm taking the Knicks. All right, my Atlanta Hawks note of the day. Where did it go? Here we go. First player in NBA history to have a 50-50-100 season. 50 points, 50% from the field, 50% from three, 100% at the free throw line, folks. An Atlanta Hawk.
Never missed a free throw?
The dude has to have played one game.
Yeah. Do y'all know who it is?
He didn't play long.
Minimum 100 attempts.
Free throws?
Yeah.
He hit 100 free throws.
Yep,
in a row.
out of 100.
Wow.
At least. It might be more.
Was it Clint Capella?
Nope.
Nah. I might not know who this is.
I was about to say, can you name more than one Atlanta Hawks?
I can, but like DeAndre Hunter, Trey Young, Danilo Gallinari. I mean, I can name the players. Just I can sit here and tell you that there's no way any of them did that.
21 minutes a game.
21.
Off the bench. Tony Snell.
Oh.
Tony Snell, shooting guard for the Atlanta Hawks from New Mexico. First player in NBA history, 50% from the field, 50% from three, and 100% of his free throws made this year. He averaged 5.3 points a game to help his team, Terry.
Hey, I mean.
Hey.
He played 21 minutes, so I give him credit on that.
That's
for
fine.
the season?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Every game.
5 points a game, 21 minutes, basically.
That's not bad. I
But
mean,
he's basically Cody Zeller out there.
Role player.
Hitting all of his
Role
free throws.
player, but
do you
more
want your role
efficient.
players to hit your free throws?
that's what I'm saying.
Number one thing.
Role
He
player
come
was
right in and did
efficient.
what he had to do.
And don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Listen, if he shot 50% too, and he's only averaging 5 points, that means he's only 1 for 2 for on his shots.
All right. Brooklyn and Boston. Tommy.
Brooklyn.
That was quick. You want to think about
I've
that?
been told that I'm not allowed to comment in these.
Yeah.
You can comment. I
No.
said keep it short.
I am.
Oh, goodness. So Tommy goes the Nets. Terry.
Nets. We don't have enough.
No faith in this side of the table and their teams. sad. Y'all need
His team is the 7th seed. Mine's the 8th seed. We don't. There's not much faith we can have.
Get real. And plus, we players.
It takes.
short
I've always said it
no
takes a
big
real
man in the
fan. It
middle.
takes a real fan, and not how some Cowboys fans are with they're winning it every year.
If they win the championship, I saw some kind of stupid stat where your top 3 players have played X number of games together, and like
Never
1
done
year,
that.
but it's the minimum. Like if those
they've
3
had the
would be the
minimum.
minimum. Yeah, like 8 or 9 games.
Yeah, I think the Nets at least
Tom,
make it out this.
Bucks and Heat.
Give me Giannis.
Hunter.
Yeah, I like the Bucks.
Terry.
Heat.
There we go. Defending champs.
It's kind of hard to go against them, guys. I'm telling you.
You can't sleep on Jimmy Butler, man.
I agree with Terry. I
That
don't.
may be.
I just. It's not that I don't like Giannis.
No, it's nothing against that. It's just that their defense is going to be a whole lot harder for
I
them to
like.
go
Hey,
against.
I
it's a
like
bad
a lot of
matchup.
the players that they have in Miami. I like Bam a lot. I think he's slept on. He's a great 2-way big. I'm just saying.
I got some guys.
He does
that
not
shoot
give
threes.
enough credit to him.
You're right. I don't think he
Yeah.
gets enough credit, but to
I
me,
think it'll be close.
All right.
7 games.
Yeah.
I think it goes 7 games.
All right, Tom. Round 2. Utah and Clippers.
Utah.
Terry.
Clippers.
Terry Reinhardt picks the Clippers to make their first Western Conference Finals in team history. Hunter, do you agree?
I agree. Listen. I think they blow it up if it doesn't work out this year.
No, that might be true.
Seriously.
Might as well.
All right.
Miami snuck up on us last year. Is it Utah that does it this year? Nobody wants to pick them. Man, this one's hard for me. I don't trust the Clippers. I'm going to go with history. I'm going to go with Utah in this one.
They've made conference finals before.
They have.
All
in
right.
the 90s.
So
Been a while.
this is how we're going to do this. I'm going to split them up.
They just don't have Stockton or Malone
I'm going to
this
split them
time.
up by how you picked them.
Yeah.
Well, they got them. They're just not playing.
Tom, you had Nuggets and Lakers.
I had Nuggets and Lakers.
So who do you have in that matchup?
Who do I
Nuggets
have?
versus Lakers in round 2.
Nuggets versus Lakers. I guess I got to go with the Lakers.
You don't have to, but
Terry,
you want
No,
to.
I got to go with the Lakers.
Mine's
you
the
went
Lakers.
Nuggets and Lakers.
Mine's the Lakers.
Hunter, you had Portland and the Lakers.
By this point, I think the Lakers are starting to gel, so I would go Lakers.
I've got Lakers too. All right.
And it makes me so sick saying that.
That means
Ugh.
Tom and myself have Utah and the Lakers. Tommy, who you got?
Lakers.
I've got Lakers too. Hunter and Terry, y'all got Clippers and Lakers.
It's the Lakers.
Clippers.
So Hunter Yancey with the Clippers in the finals.
Who did you take, Kevin? Lakers?
I took Lakers
Okay.
over Utah. So Hunter's got the Clippers in the finals. The other 3 of us had the Lakers. And the main reason I'm going there is I picked them, said it was going to happen for the season. I'll stay with that. Now, all of us picked Philadelphia. All of us picked New York. So, Tommy?
Philly.
Sixers and New York.
Philly.
Terry?
76ers.
Hunter?
Philadelphia.
Dang, y'all are going all the way out there. Someone tell me why New York cannot beat the 76ers.
Nobody for the middle.
Yeah. Embiid will have 30, 35.
Randall ain't gonna do nothing.
Listen, Julius Randle's going to
Randall's
get
good,
his.
but he
And
can't.
Julius going to get his. It's just,
He can't.
is
match
Barrett
up
ready to
nobody.
play at this level?
I say
in
nobody's brought
there?
up the top 5.
Is Derrick Rose ready, or can he still play at that level at his age now? So I don't know. There are a lot of question marks around the Knicks role players, but Julius Randle's going to get his.
I hope to all get out. Philadelphia gets knocked out by your Wizards in round 1.
Who are you picking?
I'm picking Philly. I don't know if enough Knicks players to.
I think
say.
the Knicks might be a year or 2 away, but
I think they're in the same situation Dallas is almost. They need a wing baller.
yeah, they need someone else.
Like if the Clippers blow up and the Knicks and Dallas gets Kawhi and Paul George will be both best for all those.
Exactly.
All right. Tom and Hunter, y'all had Bucks and Nets.
Bucks and Nets. I'm going with Nets. Just to speak to your Knicks versus 76ers, both games were close.
Yeah.
76ers won by 3 and 1. The 1 point was overtime.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Hunter goes Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
You took Milwaukee over the Nets?
Mm-hmm.
Bad pick.
Maybe.
Put that on the
Maybe. I did see Milwaukee beat the Nets back-to-back games. So.
Terry, Heat in Brooklyn.
Heat.
Now here's where the Heat's magical run comes to an end.
Y'all are picking against Brooklyn.
To Kevin Durant. All right.
Tom, it's too easy. That's too easy to just go the Nets. I've seen it happen with the Heatles.
And when you go with the Heat, sometimes defense does win championships.
Someone is going to have to play defense at some point for that Nets team.
And
it's the truth.
If I was the Nets, the last person I'd want to play would be the Heat, the way they play D.
I would say James Harden doesn't seem to play a whole lot of defense, but does he?
No, he don't play D.
Doesn't seem like
he's always.
Kyrie don't play either.
All right, so everyone has Philadelphia. Hunter, Philadelphia, and Milwaukee is who you've got. We're all different in the East here.
Mm-hmm.
The East is, I think, because they don't have the Lakers, who everybody thinks.
What is this like? It's like year 7 or 8. He's got to get over the hump. I think Giannis makes it's his first championship. I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Okay. Tommy, no, Terry. You had Miami and beating Brooklyn, so you've got Miami versus Philadelphia.
Yeah, and I got the Heat.
So Terry's got Miami back in the finals for a rematch with the Lakers, right?
Yep.
I don't want to see that again.
I don't either, but that's what's going to happen.
So confident. I don't either, but that's what's going to happen.
I don't either, but I'm right.
Yeah.
All right, Tom, you've got Brooklyn and Philadelphia. You and me both got Brooklyn and Philadelphia.
I'm going with Brooklyn.
I am too. And that puts us with the Lakers. So I put Brooklyn, me and Tom, Brooklyn and Lakers. I picked it for the season. I'm going with the same. Tom ends up there. Terry has a repeat. And Hunter's got the magic milkshake of newness. The Bucks and Clippers.
But I'll say this. That would be the best thing for the NBA. Something different. A new team from each side. Especially the Clippers making their first championship. I'm not going to say that they're winning or not.
Brooklyn would be new.
Brooklyn would be new, but at the same time, right now, I know some people love them, but that's like the big villain. Nobody wants to see those three win.
My biggest problem with Brooklyn is Kyrie, and everybody knows that's the problem and the issue is where's his head at? Where is he wanting to win the championship?
But it's a great storyline though, with like if it was the Clippers and Bucks, because the Bucks, Giannis decided to stay in Milwaukee and sign that extension. Guess what? He's finally made his first championship, and the Clippers as a whole organization finally made their first championship.
I would say yes. That Giannis is definitely going to win a popularity contest versus Kyrie. I will say
yes.
That. I will say that.
I think
everybody loves Giannis. Everybody loves Giannis.
Well, he really doesn't give you anything not to like. I mean, you can not like his game if you like guys that are flashy like Kyrie, but be honest, I mean, he goes on the court, does his job, goes off the court, and goes home and enjoys
lunch pail guy. Lunch pail guy.
Yeah, he shows up to work.
He reminds me.
So who'd you pick?
We picked. We
picked the finals.
We didn't pick the finals.
Okay. Yeah. Championship. Hunter, Milwaukee and Clippers. Who you got?
Like LeBron in his first championship, I think Giannis loses this to the Clippers, but he'll be back. So that's just tough.
Hunter picks up momentous Clippers championship. Terry, Lakers and Heat.
Heat.
So the Heat win it now. So all right. Tom, Brooklyn and Clipper and Lakers.
Brooklyn.
I agree. So me and Tom got Brooklyn over Lakers. Terry, Miami over Lakers, and Hunter, Bucks lose.
You know what? I think KD can handle LeBron.
Scoring wise,
he won't get there though.
AD, that's the problem. Who they got for AD?
He won't get there.
DeAndre Jordan.
I guess.
But that's not You almost have to look at it like who can outscore who.
We'll put it this way. The Warriors almost beat the Lakers with AD getting 25 and their power forward getting 2.
And everybody was out for the Warriors.
So
they find a way
well,
to
if
win.
anything, we all could be wrong right here, and the Lakers just lose to Phoenix in the first round
Right.
because of how they
So,
because how they
you know
played
what?
the Golden State.
That would be fine with me.
I would love
be
it.
fine.
So
with
I
who's
would be
Brooklyn,
happy.
who's
strangely
Brooklyn going to
okay.
run at AD if they played them?
I would be happy if the Lakers
How about
lost
Blake
in round
Griffin,
one.
Tom? That's who they're starting. That's who's going to be guarding AD. Durant can guard AD. He's taller than him.
Yeah, but if you put Durant on AD, then somebody got to guard LeBron.
Joe Harris.
If you put you can put
yeah,
probably
right.
like this is not gonna quite.
James Harden's going to be guarding LeBron.
Yeah.
That's who's gonna be
No,
guarding
I
LeBron.
could tell you they could
He's
probably
6'8",
they could probably put Blake
220.
Griffin on LeBron
But why?
because Blake Griffin is not known to be a huge offensive threat anymore.
No.
So let him put his
Blake
expendable.
Griffin?
Put him on
No, I'm
defense
saying-
on LeBron.
Well, I can see what you're saying by that, but
Yeah.
but Hunter, if they've got AD out
They
there,
lost.
you've got Durant and Griffin. Somebody's going to guard AD.
They
Williams
lost the
gonna guard.
only
Oh, I
guy
know. Yeah,
that come to them that could guard him, Aldridge.
That's me saying if you wanted to put Kevin Durant on Anthony Davis, just put Blake Griffin on LeBron. Like, sure, LeBron might still have a little bit of an athletic edge, but I don't know with that high ankle.
Well, I'm just saying they lost the only guy, and that was Aldridge, because I think he could muscle and do everything that LeBron can do.
I said that when he retired. I said that's tough. That's a tough loss.
Well,
Like maybe not.
big
offensive.
loss.
Y'all look at that this way. We'll reverse it. Who for the Lakers is guarding James Harden and Kyrie?
LeBron will have to step up and probably take one of them. Probably James.
If LeBron's guarding James Harden, who's guarding Kevin Durant?
Probably Anthony Davis.
Now, if you don't think Durant can guard Anthony Davis ain't going to be able to guard him.
Yeah, Kevin, we can all sit here and say there's nobody that can
guarding
guard Kevin Durant.
So that's what I'm saying. He's winning
Right.
whatever matchup.
Right.
So if you can if James Harden then can outscore LeBron, where's the rest of their points and stuff going to come from? Because those two head to head can beat those two. Now the difference is, can Kyrie not be a crazy?
Not take a sabbatical while he's
Kyrie
in the
versus
playoffs.
Dennis Schroeder is going to come down to the championship in that match.
Schroeder's not bad on defense, but Kyrie might still get 20.
I don't know whether Schroeder's that great. Daggum, I saw Westbrook eat him alive.
But of course, this is just if it all plays out and they meet in the finals. Like I said, they struggled with Golden State in one game.
I think
if Phoenix can get hot, I've seen a lot of people write them off though.
Yeah.
Like you said, everybody's got the Lakers favored in that. Just because they act like Devin Booker can't score 25 to 30
I
at
was
any
just
moment.
about to say Devin Booker is going to lead this series in scoring.
100%. They don't have anybody
And
that can guard
if
Booker.
they get beat, it'll be
unless
the greatest
LeBron
thing in
wants
the
to
world.
take that challenge.
All right, real quick before we get out here on basketball, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Mikal Bridges, Jay Crowder, and DeAndre Ayton are the starters for the Phoenix Suns. For you folks that were
The only
wondering
two that have playoff experience
Crowder's
too.
been everywhere, man. He's been Cleveland, Boston, Utah.
Yeah, the only two that have Jay Crowder and Chris Paul are the only two that have playoff experience on this team.
All right, I got some stats.
Outside of last year's bubble,
NBA stats for you. The Joker this year finished third in points, fifth in rebound, third in assist. He's the third NBA player to finish in the top 5 of those categories in NBA history. Could you name the other two?
Are they both the other two big men as well?
Big men, but they're old. One of them's a power forward.
Is one of them the
them's a
mailman?
center. No.
Say it again. No, do that again.
Top 5 in points, rebounds, and assists in a season. Only been done twice before.
Oh, you said one of them's a power forward?
Larry Bird.
Is it Barkley?
Elgin Baylor.
Okay.
Wasn't he a power forward? Or am I wrong? That was his small forward.
Yeah, no, he is a power forward.
And Wilt Chamberlain did it 3 times.
Okay. Look at that.
So Joker this year.
That's elite company to put
Yeah.
your name in.
Wilt Chamberlain's on about every list that you can think of.
Only
Except for
11
assist.
players. Yeah. No, well, he's on that one. That was an assist one. Wilt Chamberlain led the league in assist one year, Terry.
How about that? Think of that.
They told him
As a
he didn't
center,
pass it
really.
enough. He got pissed, led the league in assists, and still averaged, I think, 35 a game that year.
Think of that.
Only 11 players played all 72 games this year, guys.
That's it.
Really? Think of that.
Only 11
Wasn't even a full
players.
82 games. It was 72. Imagine that. Only 11.
11. Yeah, all right, here are the names. Georges Niang.
I know him. He played at Iowa State.
Ivica Zubac. Dwayne Bacon.
He used to be part of the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, we're going down a Hall of Famers row here.
Yeah.
Enes Kanter. He got in all 72. Good job, Enos.
Defense.
Yeah, got a chance to play since he left Boston.
Duncan Robinson.
Hey, Miami Heat.
Sharpshooter.
Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
Bojan Bogdanovic. There's your player. Got one player. RJ Barrett.
He played all the games this year.
That's good.
Yeah.
The future Rookie of the Year, Anthony Edwards. Played all 72 games, led rookies in scoring at 19.5 a game. And Nikola Jokic. So if you're thinking about MVPs and Rookies of the Year,
They'll probably give him.
Are you there every
that's
day?
probably what they're going to give a nod
Jokic
to.
is there every day and averages a triple-double. Anthony
many
Edwards
people do that
led
anymore.
in scoring in there every day. So that's why I want to get to those names. It's just two. You got a bunch of nobodies and the
11,
two special people sitting there vying for vying for awards there at the end of the year. And they played every single game.
Yeah.
11.
And they made the playoffs.
72, Terry. Just 72.
Well, I know, but still.
That's what I say. Just 72 games, only 11.
72, but only 11. That's it.
Wilt Chamberlain, 8.6 assists that year, Terry.
Darn, that's good.
All right, we'll be back on ktcbroadcasting.com.
Okay, class, listen up. Do not buy a car without a warranty. Just don't do it. At Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram in Forest City, we have lifetime warranty on new and used cars. That's right, lifetime warranty on new and used cars. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. And through the end of this month, we're offering up to $4,000 over Kelly Blue Book value on your trade. So one more time, Friendship Nissan and Friendship Jeep Dodge Ram has lifetime warranty on new and used cars, and you'll find us in Forest City.
What do they do at All Ray Tire in Shelby, Cherryville, and Forest City? Well, take a listen. North Carolina safety inspections, oil changes, tune-ups, front-end alignments, suspensions, wheels, tires, brakes, air conditioner, and other mechanical work. With name brands like Cooper, Michelin, Falcon, Castro, GTX, and WeatherTech. Visit your nearest location, East Main Street in Cherryville, Highway 74 West in Shelby, and now at 247 West Main Street in Forest City.
The Chicken on the Run is back at the Cherryville Country Club. Now the Cherryville Country Club is offering their famous Chicken on the Run to go special. You get 8 pieces of chicken, 1 quart of potatoes with gravy, 1 quart of green beans, and bread, all for $25. Call your order in on Saturdays before 5 p.m., 704-435-6597. Pick your chicken up in the Pro Shop on Sundays, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. Again, get your chicken to go from the Cherryville Country Club each and every Sunday.
Hey, can I help you? Wow, this tractor looks tough. Oh, yeah. This is the Coyote RX 6010. It has a 59 horsepower Daedong turbo engine, 4-wheel drive, and one of the highest lift capacities in its class. It's a whole new level of toughness.
Wow, that is tough. I'll take it. Bobby, let's go wrestle a bear.
Experience the toughness of the RX series at your local Coyote dealer.
Your Coyote dealer is Weston Sells, Highway 18 North, Highway 27 intersection west in Vail. Keep cool this summer under the cover of a brand new deluxe pop-up gazebo. Now on sale at This and That Trading Post in Dallas. Get the now for just $100. Also on sale, children and women's boots. Sizes 4 and 5 for $12. No Boundary Kirby jeans are $7.75. Hats just $3. Selected tops, buy one, get one free. You'll also find 10-pound buckets of laundry scent booster for only $19.75. And art sets for the kids, $3. Along with other school items at This and That Trading Post. 3857 Dallas High Shoals Road in Dallas, right across from the trade lot. See them on Facebook too.
And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. They're talking about some more sports.
We're talking about ostriches, JP.
Ostriches. Okay. Well, that's not exactly.
Do they have
the
ostrich
word.
burgers at Mitchell's?
You'll not find one ostrich at Friendship.
You ever had an
I
ostrich
guarantee.
burger?
And this nonsense is brought to you by Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge. Thank you for continuing to sponsor us despite what we say here. They're located in Forest City, North Carolina, 828-919-3001. And Friendship Nissan, also in Forest City, 828-245-1661. Thank you, Friendship, for continuing to sponsor us despite not always the best quality dialogue, Terry.
What are you talking about? No one said we were PBS or like NBC or NPR. I mean, we have fun here.
Speaking of having fun, this is what I want to do.
Here it is. An ostrich.
So this is what you can do with these guys. Did you know you can ride them?
Yeah, look at that.
I was unaware.
Moving
of that.
on.
You was unaware
I was
of
unaware
you
of
could
that.
ride an ostrich.
I did hear while we're on wildlife, I did hear a big special that there's a wolf controversy in central Idaho.
And you have to be
that
careful around them things.
Yeah, they want to kill off all the wolves.
Tom, you
in
don't
central
tell
Idaho.
me this guy's not having fun.
He looks like he's having a good time.
Look at his face.
God, I thought that was Adam Sandler for a second.
That looks like Tom riding an ostrich.
He's having a good time. I bet Adam Sandler would ride an ostrich, though. I bet he would.
Probably.
Then he'd fall off and punch it in the face.
Oh, God.
He would.
What is this? That's like some new skit for a movie. he's done.
That'd be a great Adam Sandler bit.
Trying to talk Calvin to get into the ostrich racing business.
Nah,
They do it in
I hear.
Australia.
Listen, what I've heard right now, and
What I
probably
hear.
everybody in North Carolina knows there's a little bit of a chicken shortage for your local Bojangles, so maybe they need some ostrich
There's
meat.
chicken shortage everywhere. So anyway, North Carolina just approved. We'll go ahead and talk a little racing here, guys. Approved some money for renovations to some of the tracks.
Yes.
Some of it's going to Charlotte. I don't think they need any money, and why that ended up. So that's always,
Charlotte always needs money, man.
You know, taxpayers always need to spend more money on things like this. So
The rich get richer.
but what I was getting at is they're supposed to put some money into Wilkesboro and Rockingham.
Yes, I like those.
To maybe some of them going. My wife had a suggestion, Terry, and I know you're going to hate it, but I was like, not maybe a bad idea. I don't know how it would work. The money it's going to cost to probably renovate Wilkesboro, would it not be better / cheaper, maybe a different idea, to dirt Wilkesboro?
Wrong.
I knew he was going to say that.
Wrong answer.
Terry, you hadn't had a race there in 30 years.
I don't care.
Has it been that long?
Wasn't it? Wasn't that
It's
what
been a
it
while.
was? It was
I remember
before-
North Wilkesboro. That was a big.
Wilkesboro was
big
not
time.
running when I was in college in 2001 or 2002. So I do know that it was done then.
Yeah.
So that's 20 years at least.
That's right. The last race at Wilkesboro.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that. And so, Terry, you can tell my wife she had a terrible idea there. It's fine.
I'm not telling her that. I'm just saying wrong idea for dirt.
He thinks it's dirt in general. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter where the
Right.
dirt is.
That's it.
But I'm just saying,
That's not racing.
you could even do, like, in a place like that, a hybrid dirt to where the corners are mostly dirt and the straightaways. I mean, the straightaways, what, a quarter of a mile? Like, how much, they could run on the concrete?
I remember
there,
it was a
whatever.
little bitty track.
Right. It's not big. Just throwing out thoughts and ideas. The Rock, they've got pavement. They've run at the Rock in the past and kept it up for the most part. I'd like to go to a racer. I've never been there. And North. I was just wondering about Wilkesboro with the way. I just don't see. I don't think $10 million is going to help pave the track and get it open. Is it?
Is this a thing though that you have to sit back and think that?
Or is that just going to go to someone whose pocket's $10 million going to on that?
Is NASCAR like taking a step back?
What do you
to
mean
try
taking
to-
a step
well,
back?
I'm talking about taking a step back because the sport is maybe not as popular as it used to be.
Oh, I can tell you it's not as popular as it used to be. When I first started teaching school 24 years ago, everybody had on Earnhardt shirt, Jeff Gordon shirt, Mark Martin shirt.
I mean, I
Don't see it
understand you
anymore.
lost
You
a
don't see it
lot of
anymore.
good
But
people.
if you think
but-
about it, though, those names you just listed, there was like a character to them, especially Earnhardt, and everybody knew
the problem
the
is the
Intimidator.
kids make fun of you if you wear it now. That's the issue. If you wore a Jeff Gordon or whatever shirt now is, you walk into school with a Kyle Busch shirt on, some kid's going to make fun of you now. And I was telling, not JP, but Tanner the other day, Hunter, I know you guys probably did. Growing up, I don't remember one single kid in my school, period, ever wearing a Marvel or DC Comics shirt. No Batman shirts, no Superman shirts.
Yeah.
Nobody's pretending to be Iron Man.
But you
not a
see that
single
all the time
person.
now.
And every kid in the school had either a brand name or a plain shirt or a jersey of a team or what you're talking about, a NASCAR guy or something like that. That's what kids wore back then. And then now, and Tanner, he didn't understand what I was saying. I was like, no, I never saw a single kid in my school wear a Superman shirt. And if he did, we would have made fun of him.
Green Lantern.
But
Same
now
thing.
that's the only thing.
Y'all
Sorry,
said
JP.
no Marvel whatsoever, just DC. I have to put that
Well,
in there.
DC, whatever it is, I said any of them, but
I don't know.
But
the
what I'm just
difference.
saying, JP, is that nobody wore that stuff, or comic books weren't like big, like they didn't have movies for them and stuff like that. So now it's completely the opposite on that.
Well, it's because
For
if you
children.
Do what?
For children.
Do what? I can't hear.
They're for children.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but nowadays
it's not supposed to be an adult thing.
Yeah, but nowadays, even at our schools, I see kids with Looney Tunes shirts.
That's for children.
But they
haven't grown up yet.
Listen,
there was somebody in
I'm
my
telling
class
you.
with a Tom and Jerry shirt on the other day.
Rugrats.
That's for children.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
understand.
but I can tell you what it is when it comes to just that stuff. It's what's being pushed by the media as like when you said you saw Rugrats and some of those other, Looney Tunes stuff. That's like, it's weird that I say this because I grew up with, but that's like nostalgic. You wear that kind of stuff. It's kind of like a throwback shirt that you're wearing. It's not really something that's shown on television now, but it was there when you were growing up. So, but they make, all that stuff.
these kids never saw
no,
it.
seriously, it's one of those things where you don't really see shirts in stores having, a NASCAR driver on the shirts. You have to,
store.
yeah, you have to buy it either through the NASCAR store or you can probably buy one of those shirts just through one of the team's websites.
Yeah.
JGR, Hendricks, or Roush. You have to buy it through their store. It's just not pushed on the public like the other ones are.
Yeah, and the stuff that I see from NASCAR that's like when you used to walk in stores and you'd see, hey, the die-cast cars. You don't see those hardly anymore.
No.
You might see the little one, the 154 scale or whatever,
Right.
but you don't see the bigger ones.
And I think that's because like kids don't know how to do simple things with cars anymore. 19-year-old kid, hey man, you gonna change a battery in that? I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, they have no clue.
They have no clue.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just.
Well, you talking about
Well,
that.
gearheads will be gearheads. If you
You
like
don't have to
cars,
be a
you'll
gearhead
be
to
into
change
that.
a freaking battery.
No, I'm
So
just
you see
saying,
my
Tom.
little-
You're talking about with the diecast. If you like cars, then you're gonna have model cars. If you don't, then you're not gonna have model cars. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think what Terry's also getting at is that just little kids playing with the cars is that I make a concerted effort, and I tell people if you're going to buy my kids cars, I want them to buy them NASCARs because there's so many. You got your mat spots, your cars, and everything else. I'm like, I buy them NASCARs, and they'll keep them in 20 years. Other kids can play with them, you can do other things with them. Our figurines here in the studios, they don't even make those anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, that's true.
It used to be in Terry, the small ones, the starting lineups, Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a local store, whether it's one of those toy stores that have already closed down or something, but not only would they be on the racks, it would be a whole row.
Yes.
I mean, the whole row would be nothing but athletes. You'd have baseball, basketball, and football athletes on that whole row. And now they don't even make these things anymore for the most part. And I was just my nephews are sitting there playing with Pokemon cards. And I'm like, do they have any baseball cards? No. Have you ever bought them baseball cards? No.
No, well, I can tell you right
Right.
now, stores
Well-
are pulling cards off the shelves because their scalpers are coming in and taking them and charging out.
I did hear that. And
I'm talking like
them
all
out of
cards,
stores.
baseball, football, everything, because it's like people are getting in fights over these things because they can scalp them online. Because just like anything, there's someone out there that's got a dollar sign in their mind that they'll pay for something as a collector. And that's what it is. They get these things, they put them up on eBay. Let's just stick with like baseball cards, football cards, even NASCAR cards. At one point, they had cards. Someone out there will pay top dollar for something if they're collecting it.
You can't buy a starting lineup figurine, but they are. Lego has come out with their first transgender set.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Do y'all have?
I thought they did that a long time.
But with NASCAR,
because that's the point of a Lego.
But with NASCAR, like how you said, they might have been taking a step back. They might have to by cutting out some of these tracks, maybe up north and maybe out west, and bring it more regional.
I'm glad they are, but I love what NASCAR is doing.
But they have to do something better marketing wise for those die casts, for their clothes. They need to step up their marketing.
Well,
that's what they have to do.
Let's just look at Charlotte alone. So let's say 5 years ago, or even when I was in school, you had 3 races: the All-Star race, the 600, and the 500.
Yep, they all were right here.
And for the most part, every race is exactly the same at Charlotte in those races because whoever the top 3 cars were, that's pretty much what's going to be the winner because the track's so thin and so fast, it's hard to pass there. Now, Terry, what they've done is they've taken the All-Star race and they're moving it around.
Yeah.
Which I kind of like.
I do like that. I
like it for television purposes and for different purposes. I don't like it because it was guaranteed a race weekend, and that race was short. So you could take your family to that race. The weather was almost always fantastic because it's in the night. Think about May nights and you go to the race, good weather, you get in and out, you're in and out there in 2 or 3 hours. That's why I like it. But if they move it, fine. But then what they did was take the oval. So now instead of having 3 of pretty much the same race at different intervals, now you have 2 different races completely different from each other. And then you've got the down in Coda and Austin. Then you've got the Bristol Dirt. The more and more oval tracks, the cookie cutters, the more I don't like it where the Harvick's can sit there and make one car for 14 races, and that joker is going to dominate that 1.5 mile oval, and that's how they win the championship. Because in the other 20, they just don't have to do nothing.
Well, the problem I have with that is I think that when you take the All-Star race, and I know I like that part, but I don't like it when it goes to road courses. I do not like that because there's only a handful of guys who are top drivers on road courses that everybody else has no chance. Cole Custer, yeah, he's okay driver, but in that race, he has no chance. It's your Elliott's, it's your Blaney's, and I mean you can name the guys, Martin Truex, who are good at road course. Kyle Busch is okay. He's not the greatest, but he has an opportunity. But most of your drivers do not have opportunity at races. That's the reason those races need to be at ovals where anybody can win those.
So in other words, it takes too much skill for this one, so we need to dumb it down a little bit.
Well, I mean, you're right. I mean, I hate to say it that way.
Most people's number one complaint about racing is it's just cars going in circles. That's what your amateur person says.
Yeah,
they obviously don't know nothing about it, but again, that's your number one thing.
I mean, if it was me, your all-star races would only be at 2 tracks, and it would only happen when they're having their races.
You're talking all-star just in general right now.
Yeah, all-star
You're not talking
just in general. Right. I'm talking it would either happen at Daytona or Talladega, where everybody has an opportunity to win.
Why would you not keep it at Charlotte? The All-Star race at Charlotte is great.
No, it's not.
It's not, Tom.
It's not.
I guess I'm just a homer.
Yeah, it's not. And Kyle Busch has won it, but I mean, it's
a mile and a half.
The Charlotte racetrack is too thin and too fast to pass.
More
if
that's what makes it exciting.
Martin Truex led like 496 out of 500 laps.
So, for example, in the All-Star, whatever they break it down to, the same driver will lead that session.
Well, if that's what y'all like,
pole.
Let's do the All-Star race in Kentucky because you can go 5 or 6 wide there, right?
What
Terry's
saying is that the restrictor play
NASCAR All-Star race in the state of Michigan.
But
that's the
you can
thing.
You can go wide open
15 wide
for 4 or 5
car
wide.
track. It was just a
do it in Kentucky before you do it in Michigan.
Like the motorcycles going both.
Yeah, why not?
All right,
listen, the best thing NASCAR can do is try and get it more regional, okay? Because that's where their fan base is. There's nothing wrong with trying to grow the fan base, but to do that, you got to be able to show that you got fans in the stands.
What's the point of having races in New Hampshire? How about
I
that?
agree.
But another thing, too.
Racing was born in the South. It's okay to kind of stick to your roots. But another thing as well, I harped on it whenever we had Jesse talking on with us one time, which that was the one that was trying to get back on with us. I need to reach back out to him
the other day
when he wants
the
to
day
talk.
after you tried to get him
Yeah,
on.
but it's one of those things where one of the things I harped with him and he agreed was they got to do – their marketing team at NASCAR has got to do some work.
They got to.
It does. It does. Now, it's getting a little bit more popular than it has been in the past few years, but they got to continue to keep harping on whatever their marketing team is to try and reach out to a younger generation.
But I think their biggest problem is this. Your Eric Jones. Yeah, I mean, the new guys that have come in. Chase Elliott, he's good on your road courses, but he has a hard time on every other course. All right, you got to get these new guys to be consistent or somebody, you know what, I'm going to pull for that guy, Eric Jones.
No, what you need, if that's the case, what you need to do is get these new guys in good cars. You actually have to get them in cars where the crew chiefs and the engineers that are on that team give them an opportunity to win.
Yeah,
That's like how the NBA is going to struggle whenever LeBron finally hangs it up because, sure, there's Zion, but other than that, what young guy's just standing out that's going to be the face of the league? It's the same thing with NASCAR. Jimmy's gone now.
Yeah.
If Kevin didn't want to pull for anybody else because Jimmy's gone, then what's that fan base going to go to? He doesn't want to pull for the guy that's in the 48 now. He doesn't. Yeah. Sure, the 48 just won a race, but you'd much rather have seen that been Jimmy than him.
Well, I don't understand how same car he'd have been in there.
It's just it's one of those things where the marketing and that's almost a marketing thing for NASCAR now. You want to push these young names. Well, what good does it do when all he ever does is finish between 12 and 24
and 25th? Yes,
right 25th.
Yeah,
like he just finishes there. It's like people want to root for winners.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is.
If Kyle Busch would be out of it today and I'd had to pick another driver I would have a hard time picking one. I'm not going to pull for Logano. I'm not going to pull for Keselowski. I'm not a Martin Truex. I guess if I was a diehard and just wanted to pull for somebody who is consistent and he loves what he does, I would take Truex. But I mean, there's a lot of guys out there. I'm not a Kevin Harvick fan. I'm not a Denny Hamlin fan.
About time to retire.
You know,
like you look at it and say, so these guys are getting close to the end. They're gonna have to retire.
Yes.
Well, who's there that you would want? Who would you want to root for
Terry?
next?
Who's a big enough jerk for Terry to pull for?
Right.
Well, I would say this:
What he's looking for. None of these guys.
People are attracted to winning, and so if you wanted a young guy that's kind of winning, the only one that would reach out to me is probably Larson. I mean, he wins.
Yeah,
and he's a jerk.
He's consistent. Yeah,
sure.
he can be.
He checks the boxes for you, Terry.
I guess. But that's just how it goes. You know, eventually the young kids got to have someone that they want to root for. Why do you think Patrick Mahomes is so widely popular? Sure, he's fantastic at what he does, but by God, he's 3 years in. He's already won a Super Bowl and an MVP. He's a winner, and he's a new face. That's just how it is.
So let's go over the track. This will be the first time they're ever at this track. The Circuit of Americas in Austin, 3.4 miles.
Yeah. Go ahead and pick your winner. I got mine.
Okay. 42 to 52 feet is the minimum maximum width of the track. 11 left, 9 right is the number of turns. So 11 left turns, 9 right turns. 130 feet is the elevation change between the highest and lowest point of the track. One of the cool things is when they come off of pit road, they'll be going straight up a hill. So watch for that, guys. They just seeing a NASCAR go up a hill is kind of
listen.
Fun,
I just
I just hope they have a wreck on the
They're
other
saying
side.
you can get to 196 on that backstretch.
I'm the complete difference.
That's
of
the
Terry.
breaking
I would much rather see more races like that than anything. Any more tracks that are like Formula One. I would
where
love
you
to see it.
cannot pass each other.
Okay,
you have to be skilled to pass somebody.
All right, so we're going to go over the start-finish line. Turn 1, we're going to start there. How about this? They're going to go into turn 1. They're going to be braking, Tom, about 187 miles per hour. They're going to drop all the way down to 70 to make the turn in turn 1. It's the highest point of the track. Like I said, you're going up the hill there in turn 1. So you're going to be turning at 70 miles per hour on a dime. To come backwards. Look at that angle. What's that angle, Hunter? You're an expert.
Have they been able?
What right there at T11?
What is T1?
Well, I'm looking at T1 and T11.
Have they been able to practice?
No.
They're supposed to practice before tomorrow.
Yes, this is all.
Or whenever they getting ready to qualify.
The drivers will compete for starting spots in a qualifying session Sunday morning.
Yeah,
that's the only practice, only thing you get to do.
Why are they doing it that way?
It's just how they do road courses a lot.
So
of
when
times.
you tear up your car, you get your back up.
You don't hit it. You don't hit other cars while you're tearing up your.
Because that will happen. Wait, Tom, it will happen.
Chase Elliott, Martin Truex are the two favorites. Every other driver is plus 1,000.
Trucks are running there. Oh.
Everybody's running there, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm watching a little.
Trucks are running right now.
Yeah,
probably,
I'm watching it looks like there's rain there right now.
Yeah, they're talking about we may have rain, so we may have not only new track and rain, Tom. It couldn't be more exciting. Like, I'm on the edge of my seat and Terry's pissed.
Here. I mean, this is bad radio. Well, if this would play, but it looks like a guy took a cut too close and looks like he's going to be booped into. Look at that.
I can't say enough how much
nice
I love rain in these courses. It is just so much fun.
Luckily, he spun right around. Just keep going.
Just follow the red dot.
Just follow the light in front of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
That's what you do.
That's awesome.
If he messes up, you're just going to go with him.
61% chance of rain on Sunday. You got to hope that guy. Tom and Terry, here at the bottom of the odds, they do have a note: gambling problem. 1-800-GAMBLER. It's got all that at the bottom of it for NASCAR.
Listen, I did, and I will admit it.
You have to give me all the betting odds.
I will admit it. I downloaded an app. But sports betting is not legal in the state of North Carolina, so I can't even.
I tried MGM Virginia. It's like maybe they won't know I'm in North Carolina.
No, they know.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick right now.
All right,
I'm gonna pick my top three.
Okay.
Okay. Elliott, he'll first. Blaney will be second. Truex, Martin Truex third, and those are your top three. And then everybody else is just gonna finish all behind them.
All right, they hit turn 4 at.
That's kind of the way it works, Terry.
They hit turn 4.
That's what will happen.
At 181 miles per hour, they'll get down to turn 7 at 120. They'll get all the way back up to 180 before they break into turn 11 down to 65 miles per hour. And they hit the fastest point of the track, 196 miles per hour between turns 11 and 12.
They drop all the way to 68.
And they will drop 130 miles per hour in 100 feet.
And how many people are going to go right on through that little exit?
They're going to blow right through
Yeah.
12, boys.
But here's something else. How many people are going to have an engine and transmission trouble?
There'll be a few. Yeah. So once you go that fast, then they put you through hell, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 turns
that you can't pass anybody
within a.
Terry, if you're good, you can pass.
That's probably where they'll pass.
They'll be bunched up right
in
there.
those turns. That's exactly where they'll pass.
That is wrong.
To 68 miles per hour. They'll come out of turn 19 at 122. They'll be going down the hill to the lowest point at the bottom of the hill in the track at 155, where they'll be taking a 90-degree left turn, and they'll be speeding up to 176 at the start finish. Nope, that's at turn 18. Sorry, they'll be getting up to about 175 at the start finish line, and before again braking at 190 near the first turn, folks. So, brand new race this weekend. First time ever. Tom, what a curmudgeon Terry is. First time ever at a track. Never seen it before. Might rain. This couldn't be any more fun. He's over huffing and puffing.
What do you want? What are you going to do with him?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Great job.
All right. So
winners.
Do either one of y'all have a winner's pick?
I already picked mine.
I know you did. Is it either one of you?
Well,
pick your top.
I'm going out on a limb and say Chase Elliott.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, great.
Good job.
Yeah, that's a real limb there. I'll go out on a real limb, and I'll put Denny Hamlin up there. He has got to claim one of these races, for God's sake.
I was leaning on him, but you went ahead. I was thinking about him.
And he actually didn't finish too bad at one of the road courses earlier in the year. So
I go Kyle Larson to pull this one off this week for that. All right. Any other news and notes? Main things that I'm gonna check my Twitter phone to see if there's anything I missed. 2:40 is the tee off time for Hoosthazen and Mickelson, so remember that. Hunter, you got anything? Anything? In
there's
fighting,
nothing.
Soccer, NFL you wanted to mention? Tom didn't want to talk about Tebow today, so we didn't.
Thank goodness.
He's top 5 in sales in the
Already.
NFL. If anybody in everything.
The only thing I'll say about that's funny is he's top 5 in jersey sales, and it's going to be real fun to see them all get returned if he doesn't make the roster.
He's going to make the team.
He's
they ain't bringing him in not to make the team.
So there you go.
Urban won't cut him. That's his son. It's his son.
Well, Aaron Hernandez was 81 in Florida. There's the picture. So they told you wrong. He must have wore that in. Did he wear that?
No, I thought he was 81 in New England.
I'm looking at the pictures. 81 in Florida.
Oh, well, it might have been a different year. You know, he was there a couple of years.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can change your numbers.
They change it all the time. All right, folks. Well, thanks for tuning in today. KTCBroadcasting.com, Saturday Morning Sports Talk. Tom, one last word about our sponsor there.
Friendship Chrysler Jeep Dodge and Friendship Nissan, both in Forest City. Go see them for a new ride today.
All right, for Terry Reinhardt, Hunter Yancey, I'm Kevin Hastings. John Prather's in the house today. Have a happy Saturday. Next weekend will be Memorial Day weekend.
Are we off next weekend?
No.
Okay.
Well, I might not be here, but there he is.
That's nothing. Hunter's going on a...
Hunter, do you have a beach trip planned?
Possibly.
Cancel
we might be trying to do something. We might be trying to do
Cancel
something. It's a 3-day weekend. We might be trying to do something.
They're having ostrich racing at the Equestrian Center up in Trine, and that's where he'll be next weekend.
I would like that.
See you guys, KTC Broadcast.